Once a gal was dreamy, Dobie. Once a gal was creamy, Dobie. Once a gal to call his own. Is she blonde? Is she tall? Is she dark? Is she small? Is she any kind of dreamboat at all? No matter, he's hers and hers alone. Dobie.
Boy, I don't get it. There's one word that can make me the happiest. Thalia, which stands for Thalia Mininger, the most beautiful, desirable, lovely, intelligent girl in the whole world. Just one word, Thalia. And the sun shines and the birds sing, and I feel like laughing at just nothing at all. Thalia. You see? As I was saying, I don't get it. Because there's also one word that can make me the unhappiest. The same word. Thalia. The most hard-hearted, greedy, grasping, selfish, conniving girl in the world. I hear that word, Thalia, and if I weren't a man, I'd weep. But I am a man. I can't weep. All I can do is go home, throw myself in the bed, and beat the pillow until my fists are red. I love Thalia because she makes me so happy. I hate Thalia because she makes me so miserable. I'm the most happy, miserable man you ever saw.
Thalia, you don't mind if I put one of my posters here, do you?
Oh, you might as well. You've got them up every place else.
Yes, 500 of them. The money means nothing, you know.
The trouble with you, Milton, is that you have no confidence.
Thalia, I hate false modesty. How can I lose the election?
I'm handsome, cultured, debonair, attractive, manly. There's nobody running against me.
Nobody?
Of course not. Who would be so foolish?
Well, why are you campaigning so hard, then? Why all these pictures?
Because, Thalia, I'm in politics seriously. I owe it to my class.
The junior class?
The ruling class. Let's not mince words. There's no use trying to conceal it, am a member of the aristocracy. This, my dear, is not all beer and skittles. We aristocrats have our responsibilities, too. We must forget our pleasures and enter into politics. Otherwise, the country will be run by slimy opportunists who only enter politics to enrich themselves.
So there's money in politics, huh?
And I'm going to go a long way, Thalia. This junior class presidency is a mere beginning. Finger exercise, so to speak. I'm going onward and upward.
You're going nowhere, Milton.
I beg your pardon.
You cannot win the election.
And why, pray not? I'm handsome, cultured, debonair.
You're attractive, manly. Exactly. That's my point. You're perfect.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. However, you may be right.
Yes, you're perfect. Too perfect. And people don't vote for perfect people.
Oh? And what kind of people do people vote for?
Well, they vote for people who act like people. I mean, the man that wins this election won't be perfect. He'll be kind of average and simple. Not too handsome, not too bright.
You sent for me, Thalia?
Dobie, darling Dobie.
Huh?
Milton, would you mind getting up so my friend Dobie can sit down?
Me?
I'm not sure that I understand. You mean you want me to get up so
that's it. Goodbye.
to each his own?
Dobie.
Maybe I shouldn't look a gift horse in the mouth, but why are you so happy to see
Dobie,
me?
I have the most wonderful news for you.
Oh, you'll go steady with me.
Now,
Oh,
pay
Thalia,
close
Thalia.
attention. You, Dobie Gillis, are going to run for the president of the junior class.
Against him? Oh, you gotta be kidding.
I'm perfectly serious. You're going to run against Milton for the junior class presidency, and you're going to win.
Oh, no, I'm not making a fool out of myself. Nobody'd vote for
Now,
me.
stop arguing with me. I'm smarter, sharper, brighter, and deeper than you'll ever be.
True.
And I tell you, the way I've got it figured, you can't lose.
Oh, come on. You mean you're gonna be my campaign manager?
Of course.
And we'd be together all the time?
Of course.
I'll run. Nobody will vote for me, but I'll
Oh,
run.
everybody will vote for you, and this is just the beginning.
Yeah.
Think junior class presidency.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the big picture.
I just did, and that's why I'm not gonna win.
Oh, you'll win. You know why?
I swear I don't.
Because you're a man of the people, and that's what people vote for, people.
They do?
And just think, a few years from now, city council.
Me?
And then mayor.
Me?
And then governor.
Me.
And then senator. Oh.
And then I do solemnly swear to uphold and defend the Constitution of the United States of America. So help me,
Dobie, come on. We've got to go to work.
Oh, yes, my manager. Yes, my power behind the throne.
Hey, Dobe, do you like the sign, huh? I did it myself. Do you like it, Dobe? Do you like it?
Oh, you've been a splendid campaign worker, Maynard. Splendid.
Yeah, I did the sign nice, huh?
Yeah, I appreciate that. And in years to come, I won't forget people who helped me when I was beginning my long climb to the top.
Do you like the sign, Dobe? I did it.
I like the sign, Maynard, and I'll never forget it. Never. Not even when I'm in the highest office.
The highest office? You in trouble with the principal?
No, Maynard, I mean the White House.
Like, wow.
The door will always be open to you, Maynard. Perhaps you'd like an ambassadorship.
Crazy, man. Me going all them big brawls, them cats wearing red ribbons across their chests.
Medals, yeah. Uh-huh.
Howdy do, Duke. Howdy do, Duchess.
Duchess, Maynard.
Howdy do, Duchess. Howdy do, Dutch.
Good morning, Clap. Great jumping, galloping Poles. Far be it from me to interfere with the processes of democracy, but will whoever perpetrated that banner...
I did it, Mr. Pomfrey. Yeah, I made it all by myself.
Well, then take it off all by yourself.
This, too, I assume, is your handiwork,
Yes, sir. I'm Dobie's #1 helper.
You're going to help him right into manual training school. And yourself, too, if you don't stop electioneering in this class.
And now, my young unemployables, if we may turn from politics to literature, please open your books to page 281. My father wanted me to study air conditioning. But no, I wanted to shape young minds. Well, we live in hope. Perhaps someday I'll find a young mind. But enough of that. It's culture time. Milton Armitage, are you awake?
Yes, sir.
Bottom of the page, To a Skylark by Shelley. Please begin.
Hail to thee, blithe spirit, bird thou never wert. Vote for Dobie Gillis.
Any ambassadorship you want, Maynard. England, France, you name it. Some more of your strategy?
Oh, it was nothing.
I could send you to the principal.
No, he already got his.
Maynard, I'm moved and touched by your ingenuity. In fact, I'm a little ill. Now, there will be no more campaigning for Dobie Gillis the rest of this hour. None. You understand? Yes.
Now, Herbert, don't carry on so. You know how much this election means to Dobie.
I don't care. I don't like being called fellow citizen at the breakfast table, and if I don't like it once, I don't like it 6 times.
Ah, fellow citizens.
Listen, you little ward
Answer the
dealer.
phone, Herbert.
Mom.
The romance of democracy, stories of our great presidents. Well, dear, you are taking this election seriously, aren't you?
Well, after all, Mom, us presidents should know about each other.
Well, aren't you a little confused, dear? You're running for president of the junior class, not of the United States.
Oh, sure, Mom. I know that's a long way off. 6 or 7 years, maybe.
Oh, at least.
Yeah, I mean, first I've got to be councilman, governor, mayor, and all like that, you know.
And then I take it president?
And I want you to know that I'm not forgetting the humble people who gave me my start. I mean, if you want to be ambassador to somewhere, anywhere at all, just say the word. Except England. I promised that to Maynard.
Let me understand this. You are going to be president of the United States, and Maynard is going to be your ambassador to England?
Yes.
Who's your Secretary of State, Fabian?
You've got a sense of humor, Dad. I like that. Now, if you want an ambassador...
What I want is to see you put on an apron and go to work in this store. Lincoln worked in a store, Grant worked in a store, Garfield worked in a store, so why can't you work in a store?
Well, I'd love to, Dad, but I've got a little campaigning to do. So long, fellow citizens. Dad, think about that ambassadorship. There's a bunch of countries in my geography book upstairs. Pick one you like.
I gotta kill that boy. I just gotta.
Now, have you got it all straight?
I've I've got it. I come into Charlie Wong's ice cream parlor and I make a simple homespun man of the people
Now
speech.
try and look simple and homespun and unspoiled and kind of boyish.
Yeah.
You haven't got a cowlick, have
No,
you?
afraid not.
Hey, maybe we could like cut up a piece of mine here and paste it on Dobie's.
Thanks a lot,
Now,
Maynard.
let's
but
get
no
going.
thanks. Yeah.
Oh, remember.
I know. Simple homespun man of the people.
Have you taken leave of your senses? Gillis is going to beat me.
It's a fact, Milton. That man of the people jazz seems to be working. Maybe you ought to try it, Milton.
Him? Man of the people?
No, I guess not.
Attention, everybody. Attention, I am here to introduce to you a man of humble origins. A man like Andrew Jackson or Abraham Lincoln or James K. Polk.
Who's James K. Polk?
Now, it gives me great pleasure to present the next president of the junior class, Dobie Gillis! Hey!
Fellow citizens, shucks, I just don't know what to say. I mean, all you swell folks clapping hands for little old homespun me. I just don't deserve it is all. I mean, being president of the junior class is a great honor. And I can understand how a guy like Milton Armitage would go after the job. I mean, he's so smooth, poised, polished, and rich. And I wouldn't blame anybody if they voted for him instead of poor little old homespun me. I'm just folks, just like you all, just plain simple folks. Whereas Milton's high and mighty and a true aristocrat. I mean, he has tea every afternoon with watercress sandwiches. Well, I never had tea in my whole life. Oh, I've had cocoa a couple of times, but never tea. And as for watercress sandwiches, well, give me good old peanut butter every time.
Yay!
See, you can see I'm just a simple, homespun man of the people type. And I wouldn't blame anybody if they voted for Milton. But I tell you this. If you honor me with your confidence, I'll work day and night to make myself worthy. I'm just folks, and I'm not too bright. But I'm honest, and I'm diligent, and I'm one of you all. And I'll be thinking all the time of the good, simple, humble Americans who lifted me to this high office. Thank you.
Andy, what are you doing?
I'm voting for Dobie Gillis, that's what I'm doing.
Let's face it, Milton, you're dead.
Am I? I will agree, dear boy, that the prospects are dismal, but whenever I need help, I know just where to get it. Oh, good old mother, I'm in time for tea. Do we have watercress sandwiches?
Oh, but of course, dear.
Oh, jolly.
That's all, Bridget. You're dismissed.
Mother, the crust is still on it.
I know, dear. The help one gets these days.
True. How I wish we still had Alfreda.
Ah, what a wonderful maid. And only $3 a week. Of course, she did drink 2 bottles of gin every day.
Well, what can you do with the servant class? Pour me some tea, Mother. Very strong. I've had a beastly day.
You look it. Well, out with it, boy.
It's the election at school, Mother. I'm losing it to a grocer's son. You must help me.
How?
You'll find a way, Mother. You always do.
Oh, Milton, you're a nasty boy. You're just like your father. May heaven rest him. Oh, he was a nasty man. So nasty. May heaven rest him.
You always helped him.
Yes, I did. I was what I believe they call his hatchet man.
And you'll help me.
Oh, don't I always?
I knew I could count on you, Mother.
Oh, you are such a nasty boy. Much nastier than he was. Oh, have another watercress sandwich.
I believe I will. I'm famished.
Nasty.
Can I help you, lady?
Oh, indeed you can. I'm Mrs. Walter Hurlbut Armitage.
Not Mrs. Walter Hurlbut Armitage with the big white house on the hill, the 300 acres?
All surrounded by a 16-foot brick wall with broken glass embedded in the top.
Oh, this is indeed a pleasure. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Herbert T. Gillis, proprietor.
Enchanted.
Me too. Say, are you in some kind of trouble? Did your car break down or something? Here, do you want to use the telephone?
No, I don't want to use the phone.
Oh, well, did you want to use anything at all? Just help yourself. We're simple folk, but clean.
I wish to place an order.
Oh, you wish to place an order with me?
This list was made out by my housekeeper. I think it's fairly complete.
Oh. 15 pounds of caviar?
Imported.
Oh, what else? 6 dozen pheasant, 120 pounds of shrimp, 36 dozen artichokes.
I'm entertaining the Iraqi ambassador this week. And, of course, his wife.
Yeah, those Iraqis really love their artichokes. Lobster, sirloin strip, capons, ripe olive, rose hips.
The best part of the rose.
Oh, ain't it the truth? Well, there are a couple of items on here I don't happen to have in stock, but I can get them for you. I can get them for you this afternoon.
Oh, splendid.
Incidentally, this bill's going to amount to quite a bit of money, maybe $200-300.
Oh, yes, I know. There'll be a larger order later in the week. I'm having several people for croquet.
Mrs. Armitage, I really appreciate getting your business, and I want to tell you right now that Herbert T. Gillis will always treat you fair and square.
Oh, that's not necessary, Mr. Gillis. Grocers always cheat me. One expects it.
Not me. I'll give you a fair shake.
Well, Mr. Gillis, I see you and I are going to get on famously.
I kid you not, lady. You give me orders like this twice a week, and you have made a friend for life.
Well, I'm delighted to hear that, Mr. Gillis, because there is a small favor I'd like to ask of you.
Lady, you've got it.
Your son, Dobie, and my son, Milton, are both candidates for the same office at Central High School. Your son, Dobie, according to all indications, seems to be winning the election.
You mean you think my son Dobie is going to beat your son Milton? Oh, lady, somebody's been giving you a bum steer.
No, Mr. Gillis, it's a fact. It's a sad fact.
Sad?
My son Milton is such a sensitive boy. Nasty, but sensitive. He's going to be absolutely crushed if he loses this election. Now, on the other hand, your son Dobie, coming from sturdy peasant stock, accustomed to hardship and disappointments, I feel could survive a defeat without any permanent damage.
I think I'm beginning to get the picture.
Yes, Mr. Gillis. You persuade your son to withdraw from the election, and I'll give you all my grocery business.
Now, that isn't quite fair, Mrs. Armitage. After all, Dobie's worked very hard.
Orders like this, Mr. Gillis, twice a week.
But
sometimes oftener.
Well, I don't know.
I don't like doing this, Mr. Gillis. Especially for Milton. He's such a nasty boy. We can't pick our children, can we?
No, we sure can't.
But look at it this way. Dobie's young. There's always next year. And with the profit, the very handsome profit you'd be making each week from me, perhaps you could buy the boy some little thing to console him.
Well, looking at it that way...
Thank you, Mr. Gillis. I knew you'd understand.
Yeah. I understand, but how am I going to make Dobie understand? Dobie, my boy, sit down there a minute. I'd like to talk to you. Dobie, I was 17 once, and I realize now that many things that seem very important when you're 17, in a few years, they're completely forgotten. Oh, that's awful. My boy. Yeah, that's better. My boy, when I was 17... Ooh, that's worse. Son. Oh, that's... Yeah, the manly approach. Stand up, Dobie. Stand up. That's it. Son.
Say, it's a great day for the great day, isn't it, Dad?
Dobie.
Well, what you want? I'm in a hurry this morning. Thalia wants me to stand in front of the voting booth. She says I should keep campaigning.
My boy.
Yes, Dad?
Son.
Maker of presidents?
Now, don't talk like that. I got something to say to you, and you're not making it any easier.
Aw, Dad, I know how you must feel. Listen, you don't have to congratulate me right now anyway. Wait till the election's over and I get home this evening. Then you'll have all day to work on your speech.
Son.
Just say something simple to me.
Son.
Simple. But remember, someday, it's likely to be printed in a book like this.
Son.
Maybe I could have Thalia write something appropriate for you to say. Yeah.
Shut up!
Shut up? Me?
Yes, you. You're beginning to act just like a politician. You can't stop talking.
Well, I think good on my feet. It's like a knack.
Milton Armitage's mother was in here just now, and she gave me a big order, an enormous order. Now, she does not want Milton to lose the election. So she'll give me an enormous order every week, maybe twice a week, if you will withdraw from this election.
Withdraw?
Oh, I know what it means to you, but it also means bread and butter to this family.
It's undemocratic. It's un-American. I won't do it. You should be reported to some committee. You're trying to undermine the American way of life.
I'm just trying to live the American way of life. With Mrs. Armitage's business, I'd show a profit every month. And don't forget, she's a leader. And if I please her, I get all that high society business. Wouldn't you like to see me in a supermarket?
Wouldn't you like to see me in the White House?
Now, cut that out! Just because you get elected president of the junior class doesn't mean that you're automatically president of the United States.
Well, why not? Lincoln worked in a store, and he got to be president of the United States. Grant worked in a store. Garfield worked in a store.
You only live in a store. You never worked in a store a day in your life. Now, you go straight over to that school and withdraw from this election. Or else. And furthermore...
No, sir. My hat's in the ring, and there it stays.
I'll put your head in the... I gotta assassinate that boy.
Your whole political career. Doesn't your father realize how important this is?
How can he? He doesn't know what's going on in the world. He and Mom, they never go outside the grocery.
Oh, how can they be so dull?
Well, it's not altogether their fault, I guess. I mean, when you're old like that, you don't feel like going out.
Yeah, like my mom and dad.
Yeah, mine too.
Their lives are practically over, and it's kind of a shame. I mean, my father's worked and slaved all his life, and here he is, 45 years old.
That old?
Yeah, he may go any minute.
Yeah, that's right, man. When they get up around that age, you just never know.
True.
And if I can bring him a little pleasure or comfort in the short time he has left, well, gee, I'd be pretty selfish to think about myself. I mean, Dad's a pretty good guy. Oh, he's kind of stingy and hateful, but he's a pretty good guy underneath.
Yeah, I like my mom and dad, too. They're square, but there's no real harm in them.
Yeah, I know what you mean. My parents do their best for me, such as it is.
Kids, I don't know quite how to tell you this.
It's all right, Dobie. We understand.
Sure, good buddy. In fact, I think I'll go home and do something nice for my father, while there's still time.
I appreciate how hard you two have worked for me. Honest, I do, but I gotta withdraw from the election. I owe it to my poor old father.
Dobie, you've got a good heart.
You're like a real human being.
Thanks, kids. Come on, let's go tell Mr. Pomfret I'm quitting.
Ah, Dobie, I've been looking for you. I got your note offering me an ambassadorship. Please don't think I don't appreciate it, but if I ever should leave teaching, which seems daily more likely, I'm going into air conditioning.
It's just as well, Mr. Pomfret, because I have to withdraw my offer now. You see, I'm...
President, everybody get out and vote for the hell we're gonna do. I mean, all the people. A vote for Dobie is all for the people in the room.
You were saying? Huh? You wanted to tell me something.
Yeah, Big Daddy. Vote for Dobie Gillis.
Yeah.
Vote for Dobie Gillis. That's right, vote for Dobie Gillis.
Calm down, Milton.
I will not calm down. I will not do anything. I will hold my breath until I die.
Oh, you are such a nasty boy.
You promised, Mother. You promised me you'd make Gillis withdraw from the election, but you didn't. He won the election, and now look at me. A failure at 17.
This may be the very best thing that ever happened to you. Oh, the grocery list. Bridget, I want you to call Gillis Grocery Store and place this order. And from now on, place all our groceries with Gillis.
Mother, how could you?
I will hear no more, you nasty boy.
All right, Mother, but you must give me something very nice, or I'll have another one of my asthma attacks.
Very well, I'll give you something very nice.
A little red sports car.
No.
A little blue motorcycle.
No?
What?
A watercress sandwich.
Oh, mice and rats.
Nasty.
dreamy, Dobie. Once a gal was creamy, Dobie. Once a gal to call his own. Is she blonde? Is she tall? Is she dark? Is she small? Is she any kind of dream one at all? No matter, he's hers and hers alone. 'Cause Dobie has to have a girl to call his own. Once a gal was dreamy, Dobie. Once a gal was creamy, Dobie. Once a gal to call his own. Is she blonde? Is she tall? Is she dark? Is she small? Is she any kind of dreamboat at all? No matter, he's hers and hers alone. Dobie.
Thalia Mininger. Thalia Mininger is the girl I'm in love with. My romance with Thalia is kind of a triangle. I love her and she loves money. It's unbelievable that such a warm, soft girl can't think of anything but cold, hard cash.
Don Willoughby, captain of the baseball team.
Nope.
Butch Glendon, captain of the basketball team.
Nope.
Milton Armitage, captain of the football team.
No.
Then take your clammy hands off.
Thalia.
Now, don't sit down. I'm not interested in sitting with anyone who isn't big and strong and magnificently coordinated.
But I have other virtues.
Like what?
Well, I'm humble.
You have so much to be humble about.
Now listen,
Now
Thalia.
listen to me. Can you pole vault 14 feet?
No,
or
but
run
I have
a mile
kind
in
heart.
4 minutes?
And I'm good to my
Or
mother.
pitch a no-hitter? Or run
And
90
I can touch
yards
my
for a
toes without
touchdown?
bending my
Well,
knees.
let's face it, Dobie, you're just not an athlete.
I don't get it. Why all this sudden interest in athletics?
Why not?
Well, it's kind of clean and wholesome, and you're kind of mean and grubby. No offense.
Dobie, I've told you 1,000 times. I don't care about money, not for
you.
me.
No, you're only thinking of your family.
Yes.
You gotta marry a rich boy because your father is 60 years old and has
Kidney
a kidney
condition.
And your mother isn't getting any younger.
No.
And your sister married a
Loafer.
loafer, and your brother is unemployable.
Uh-huh.
And it's up to you to save the family from the
Poorhouse.
poorhouse. Yeah, I
Yes,
know.
that's right.
Well, what's this got to do with athletics?
I've been reading an article here. Do you know that Ted Williams got $100,000 from the Boston Red Sox last year? Imagine that! Just for playing a couple of hours of baseball every day,
Yeah.
and he got a nice suntan, too.
Oh, yeah, especially in those night
And
games.
Mickey Mantle got $80,000.
Well, he's younger.
And do you know what the quarterback of the Chicago Bears got last year?
Lumps.
Don't get smart, mister. There's money in athletics. Big money. Take the second Lewis Schmeling fight. Do you know that Lewis got $260,000 and knocked out Schmeling in 1 minute and 58 seconds of the first round?
Yeah, I'll bet you know how much that is a second, don't you?
2,271. So you can sneer all you want, but the man that gets me is going to be a big brawny athlete.
Yeah. Well, in the meantime, you got to admit that I'm kind of appealing in a puny sort of a way. So how about going with me to the drive-in tonight? The picture's a gasser. The monster who devoured Cleveland.
The monster who... Oh, Dobie, you're positively sick-making.
Well, we don't have to watch the movie, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but you don't seem to know what I mean. You and I are through. That's all. What I want is a big, brawny athlete.
I know, yeah.
Hello,
down.
child.
Milton!
Hello,
Oh,
child.
you're so big and strong and athletic.
I guess you could say that.
And rich, too.
Well, old money.
That's the best kind.
Tell me, my dear, what are you doing tonight?
Not a thing. What did you have in mind?
The drive-in movie. They're playing rather an amusing little pastiche there tonight called The Monster Who Devoured Cleveland.
Oh, I'm dying to see it.
Now listen,
Shall we
Milton.
say 7-ish?
Any issue like.
Milton?
Which car shall I bring? The long, low convertible or the long, high convertible?
Oh, well, you decide, Milton.
Very well, I'll have Fidelio polish them both.
Now, just a darn minute, Milton.
Sonny, did you lose your mother?
You're so funny and strong and old money.
I'd like to point out that Thalia and I were having a private conversation.
How nice for you. And now Thalia and I are having a private conversation, so why don't you toddle off?
Thalia, I appeal to you.
No, Dobie, you don't appeal to me. You're a nice, sweet, weak little man, but toddle off.
Pastiche.
S-I-K. I mean, why mess around with a chick who digs muscles? I mean, look at it this way. You get, like, maimed.
Maynard, it's written in the great books. He who lives for love must be ready to die for love. Besides, without Thalia, what is there worth living for?
You gone ape? Lots of things.
Name one.
I'll name them all. Dizzy Gillespie.
We're star-crossed lovers, but somehow, some way, we'll beat the odds.
Daddy-o, you're like a rebel with a lost cause. Thalia only digs like athletes.
Okay, then I'll become an athlete.
Make me a muscle.
Huh?
Make me a muscle.
Oh.
Dobie, find yourself a chick who digs like your beautiful mind.
Maynard, you're the hippest, but when it comes to love, let's face it, you're square.
Smile when you say that, mister.
You don't get the point. A man in love can move mountains.
Yeah, but he can't become an athlete.
I'll become an athlete.
What kind of athlete?
I don't know.
Basketball?
Too short.
Baseball?
Too slow.
Shot put?
Too weak.
Football?
Too yellow.
That leaves the girls' swimming team, and you'll never pass the physical.
I'm sure I have athletic abilities. They just have to be tapped.
Dobie, love has tapped you so hard you're punchy.
Maybe polo's my game. Or lacrosse. Or squash. Punchy? Did you say punchy?
Yeah, I sure did.
Maynard, you just said the magic game. Boxing. I'll become a ruthless fighting machine.
So long, Dobie. You just crossed over.
Maynard, do we have a boxing team?
No.
Then who's to know I'm not a ruthless fighting machine?
Well, for one, Thalia won't know.
She'll know when I flatten the greatest athlete in the history of Central High. All city, all state, all interscholastic.
Man, you could only mean...
Moose McCullough, the legend. Oh, I know he'll cooperate.
Oh, I dig. A fix.
Yeah.
Yeah, what makes you think Moose McCullough's gonna let himself get flattened by you?
Because Moose springs from that special breed of men. He'll do anything for love.
The pursuit of La Femme is the noblest art known to man, Dobie. You can count on me.
I knew you'd feel that way, Moose. We're cut from the same cloth.
Oh, little Moose must be hungry. Hand me that bottle, will you?
Oh, sure, Moose. Hey, what's this doing in your all-state football trophy?
Oh, I finally found some practical use for the darn thing.
Oh. Boy, I never thought I'd see Moose McCullough in an apron feeding a bottle to a baby.
That's the greatest kick in the world, Dobie. Beats running for a touchdown anytime. Hand me that other bottle, will you?
Oh, yeah. But, don't you miss the cheers of the crowd?
Oh, no. I married a cheerleader, and any time I feel down, well, she gives me 2 locomotives and a sis-boom bar.
Oh.
And I feel like a new man.
Yeah. Say, where is your wife?
She's at the doctor.
Oh, nothing serious, I hope.
Most serious thing in the world, Dobie. We're gonna have another little moose.
No.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
All right, thanks. You know, if all goes well with your plan tomorrow, maybe someday you'll have all of this.
Yeah. Well, I'll be going, Moose. I'll see you tomorrow. And I'll try not to hit you too hard.
Oh, you can't hurt the moose. Just don't break your hand, kid.
Oh, Dobie, how sweet. I'm just mad about banana split.
If only I could be a banana split.
Now, Dobie, let's not make things difficult.
I may as well tell you, Thalia. When I leave this table, it's all over. Kaput. I'll never bother you again.
Dobie.
Please, no pity. I know now there can never be anything between us. I'm too insignificant, too ordinary, too commonplace.
There's only one thing I can say.
Yeah?
You're absolutely right. Oh, that's him. Moose McCullough. That's the legend.
So it's Moose McCullough, the legend. So what?
Oh, Dobie, jealousy has worked your mind. He was a 4-letter man. He won over 100 athletic trophies. And the 7 years that he spent at Central High were brilliant and unforgettable. Oh, I may die. He's coming this way.
Well, hello.
Hello, Mr. McCullough.
Oh, my friends call me Moose.
She isn't one of your friends.
Oh.
She's gonna be.
You're picking on the wrong girl, Mr. McCullough. She's not interested.
Dobie, mind your own business.
You heard her. Now, why don't you toddle off home and play with your finger painting?
Mr. McCullough, sir, I'm not going to stand for this, sir. I know you're the greatest athlete Central High ever had, Mr. McCullough. And I know how strong and tough you are. And even how you were a professional heavyweight fighter for a while. And everybody's heard about that time in Chicago when it was night and those 6 gangsters didn't recognize you and they jumped you. How you almost killed them. I know all about that, Mr. McCullough, sir.
All about what? Listen, why don't you run over to the counter and see if they've got your pablum ready yet?
But I love Thalia Miniger. And I'm going to count to 3, and if you haven't stopped bothering her by then, I'm going to slug you, Mr. McCullough. Oh, I know, you may kill me. But what does it matter? What is my life compared to 1 second of Thalia Miniger's happiness? So leave her alone, Mr. McCullough, or else. 1.
No, Dobie, you're crazy.
2.
Stop before it's too late.
3.
He'll kill you, Dobie!
I'm sorry, Thalia, and I'll never bother you again.
Oh, bother me, Dobie! Bother me!
Well, if it weren't for the fact that I'm humble, I'd say knocking Moose's block off was a stroke of staggering genius. Thalia's life is dismal emptiness unless I'm with her. And for the first time, I know the feeling of power. I'm top fist. Men fear me because I'm menacing and destructive. It's a lie, but I like it. Oh, here, I'll show you what I mean. Hey, you.
Yeah?
Put these in my locker.
What are you, a kook or something?
I'm Dobie Gillis.
Top fist. Gee, I'm sorry. I didn't know it was you. I hope you'll excuse my rudeness.
That was nothing. You should see what happens when I go into Charlie Wong's ice cream parlor.
Top fist, fierce as a lion. Top fist, quick as a snake. He'll break your jaw without trying. He'll make you suffer and ache. Top fist.
Mighty quiet in here.
Yep. Too quiet.
Play something for Top Fist.
Play.
What do you say I pick up 8 o'clock tonight, baby?
Hey, can I see a minute, Paisan?
Excuse me.
Look, stupid, can't you say I'm busy operating? Well, tomorrow they'll be operating on you. That's Dobie Gillis's girl.
Look, I don't care who's... Dobie Gillis.
Dobie Gillis, the guy that reduced the legend to rubble.
Holy smoke, I better get out of here. Honest, Gillis, I didn't know she was your girl.
Yep.
He's rough and he's tough, but he's tender. He never hits children or girls or women of the opposite gender or kittens or puppies.
Won't you join me?
Or squirrels.
Aren't you with him?
Don't mind me, Top Fist. I'm just leaving. Honest.
Thanks again for getting rid of that.
You're rotten, but call me sometime.
My phone number.
Violet.
Top fist, His hand strikes like lightning.
I touched him. I touched his fist.
Here's a man kind but frightening. Here's a man sweet but bold. Top fist, top fist.
Sit down, Top Fist.
Do you have to call me that?
What, do you mind?
Sure I mind. I'm not just strong and savage. I'm also modest and gentle.
I'm sorry. It's just that I'm so proud of these swift but terrible hands.
Couldn't you be proud of the rest of me, too?
Well, Dobie, let's face it. Without these hands, you're nobody. But with them, you're somebody.
What you doing tonight, baby?
Well, what you got in mind?
A drive-in movie?
Hey, Daddy-o.
Send him away.
Get lost, Maynard.
It's Milton, man. Milton. He's here.
Yep. Gillis, I didn't come here to make trouble, but Thalia Menninger is my girl, and I'm asking you to stay away from her. Yep. I know your reputation, but nobody moves in on my girl and gets away with it. Yep. I know what you did to the moose. I'll take my chances. Yep. Yep. Nothing can change my mind.
Oh, I gotta see you, Top Fist, right away. I like business. Dobie, out of your mind?
Don't worry, I won't hurt him much. Just enough to teach him a lesson.
Look, it's your old good buddy, Maynard Krebs.
Out of my way.
And you're Dobie Gillis, remember Dobie Gillis?
Oh, my gosh. I forgot.
All right, Gillis. What about it?
Yeah, it's okay, Milton. Failure's yours. I'm hanging up my fists.
You hear that, baby? He's yellow.
Dobie, I know how you feel, but one more fight won't hurt.
There's always one more fight, Thalia, gal. Don't you see, if I don't quit now, I'll never quit. They won't let me. There'll always be some glory-seeking punk looking to knock off the guy who knocked off the legend. No? That's why I'm hanging up my fists.
No,
You'll fight or else.
No.
You be in the park at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon and we'll all know you're yellow. 3 o'clock. Sharp. Yellow.
Man, you're like nowhere. Let's try something else.
Yeah.
Hit the old mitt. Yeah, just wait. No, hit the old mitt.
Oh, I'm sorry, Maynard. Sorry.
For what?
For hitting you. Pretty terrific, huh?
Yeah, deadly. No butterfly could take such punishment and like live.
That was my best punch.
Yeah?
Uh-huh.
Let's try another approach. Can you fight dirty?
Maynard, try to be helpful.
Okay, call off the fight.
What, loose face?
Either way, that's what's gonna happen. I repeat, call off the fight. You lose the chick, but you like stay out of the hospital.
Maynard, what's a split lip compared to a broken heart? No, if anyone calls off this fight, it's gonna be Milton Armitage. Which isn't a bad idea.
Daddy-o, there's no way on earth of talking that cat out of this massacre.
Maynard, where there's a moose, there's a way.
That's the old one, too.
Moose.
Hi, Milt. Hey, you're fighting Dobie Gillis tomorrow.
Yeah. Did he do all that to you?
Ah, the punk got lucky. Broke my jaw in 3 places. But don't worry, you can take him.
You're darn right. What happened to your leg?
Oh, I guess I fell down pretty hard. Compound fracture.
Compound?
Yeah, that punk sure packs a wallop. But don't worry, you can take him.
Sure.
All you gotta do is stay away from his left.
Right.
Stay away from that, too. In fact, it might be smart just to stay away.
I thought you said I could take him.
Well, sure you can. I was just thinking about that Grecian nose of yours.
What about it?
Well, you know, in case Gillis gets lucky with another one of those Ah, forget it. Those plastic surgeons can fix anything today.
Moose, I know you mean well, but you're just wasting your breath because I'm going to fight Gillis tomorrow. Now, if you'll excuse me.
I wonder what's taking the Moose so long. I hope he isn't having trouble talking Milton out of the fight.
Yeah, I hope so, too, because if Milton fights, you're like dead.
Dobie! You're like dead.
You didn't talk him out of it?
I did my best.
Well, what am I going to do?
You could, like, blow town.
You're gonna stay right here and fight, boy.
Me? Him?
Him, he's top fist, ain't he?
But, Moose, you know that's not true. People only call me that.
Well, they called me the legend, and by George, I became the legend. Listen to me, Dobie. You can do it. If you believe in yourself, you can do it.
But, Moose...
No buts. Do you love failure or don't you?
Sure I love her, but...
No buts! Now, look. Love can change the world. It can move the earth. Love changed a 97-pound weakling into top fist. Grit, boy, grit. Courage, determination. Fight, smash, kill, destroy for love. For failure. You can do it, boy. You can do it.
Sure, Dobie. You can do it. Remember, good buddy.
Top fist, fierce as a lion. Top fist, quick as a snake. He'll break your jaw without trying. He'll make you suffer and ache. Top fist, the world stands and trembles. Top fist, with muscles just like steel.
I broke it.
No, it's just bent a little.
My hand, Maynard, my hand. Ow! Failure?
Dobie, what happened to your hand?
The hazards of training, my dear.
Yeah, it's broken. All 6 fingers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame. Well, I guess you'll just have to fight with your left hand then.
You mean you still want me to fight?
Well, why not? I mean, you don't need more than one hand to take a cream puff like Milton.
Cream Puff, he's captain of the football team.
You'll take him top fist. I know you will.
What happened to you?
Accident in training. You?
Same thing.
Tough.
Yeah, tough.
Yeah, tough.
Naturally, my dear, in view of these unforeseen developments, we'll have to cancel our bout.
Uh-huh.
Perhaps in a year and a half or so, when it heals.
My doctor says 3 years.
Yeah, I think you're just a couple of fakers.
Yes, I rather thought you would. You're a great beauty, Thalia, but you have a very suspicious nature. So I've brought here a little proof. I have an X-ray picture here. That dark line you see there is a fracture. Compound fracture, I believe.
Very interesting.
Are you convinced now?
Yes, there's only one thing wrong. It's an X-ray of a foot.
Fools.
Nice try, Milton. Now, I suppose you have an X-ray to give me, too?
You're darn right. Maynard, show her the X-ray. And this is no foot.
Ah, you're right. It's a hand.
Then you believe me?
Yes, I certainly do.
And you'll be my girl?
No, I certainly won't.
Then you're mine.
No, Milton, what I want is a fighter. And a fighter needs 2 things. He needs lots of guts and 2 hands of iron. You haven't got one and he hasn't got the other. So I'm just going to have to keep looking. Goodbye, boys.
Well, chin up, fellas. And look at it this way. You're like better off without her. I mean, who needs girls? They're like fickle, and they like spend your money, and they like bug you all the time. I mean, like, who needs them?
Like, shut up.
Well, failure is only a bittersweet memory now. But all is not lost. I still have my reputation. I'm top fist. Here, I'll show you what I mean. Hey, you.
Yeah?
Put these in my locker.
You a kook or something?
I'm Dobie Gillis.
That's your tough luck.
Oh, well, power isn't everything. Besides, I have other virtues. I'm humble, good to my mother, and I have lots of friends. And here they are.
a gal who's dreamy, Dobie. Wants a gal who's creamy, Dobie. Wants a gal to call his own. Is she blonde? Is she tall? Is she dark? Is she small? Is she any kind of dreamboat at all? No matter, he's hers and hers alone. 'Cause Dobie has to have a girl to call his own. Wants a gal who's dreamy, Dobie. Wants a gal who's creamy, Dobie. Wants a gal to call his own. Is she blonde? Is she tall? Is she dark? Is she small? Is she any kind of dreamboat at all? No matter, he's hers and hers alone. Dobie.
17 years ago, when I was born, my father bought me a piggy bank, and he put a penny in it for luck. And I'll say this for my father. Anytime I'm in trouble, he's right there with another penny. Why am I talking about money? Same reason as always. Thalia Menninger. Ah, Thalia. Thalia the lovely, Thalia the divine. And she's so unpredictable. She's the most predictable, unpredictable girl I know. One minute she comes up to me all sweet and soft and creamy. That's the way she is for 1 minute. But the next 59 minutes, she's like that with some other guy. Oh, gosh, Thalia.
Gosh, what?
Gosh, you're sweet and soft and creamy.
Now, that's because I'm with you, Dobie, dear.
How about going for a nice long walk?
Well, I can't. I promised Chatsworth Osborne Jr. I'd wait for him.
Chatsworth Osborne Jr.? That snob? Why, if he weren't rich, you wouldn't
But
even...
he is.
Money's all you care about. You wouldn't even look at Chatsworth Osborne Jr. if he didn't live in that big house on the hill and drive an expensive sports car and was poor.
We'll never know. He's loaded.
Yeah.
Look what he gave me. Smell. The most wonderful perfume in the world.
Oh, yeah? Well, what's it called? Spell it.
M-M-M-M-M.
Oh, French, huh? Listen, Thalia. Oh, why don't you and I just go...
Hi, Chatsworth.
Hi, Thalia. Hi, Gillis, baby.
Look, Thalia, you just forget about Chatsworth Osborne Jr. and we'll take that nice long walk. Walking builds up the calves.
It's
vital to have strong calves. In case of fire and stuff like that, there's nothing like strong calves to get you out of there fast.
$18
Listen, you
an
stick
ounce.
with me, Thalia Menninger, and I'll buy you a whole pound of that stuff.
Well, why should I wait for promises when Chatsworth can buy me everything I want right now?
Okay. So he's got money. But I don't hear you bragging about his calf muscles. Listen, anytime you want a broad jump against me, Chatsworth, just holler. 4.
Oh, Chatsworth, that was just marvelous.
Yes, it was rather, wasn't
Oh,
it?
I bet you have the strongest calves.
Oh, would you care to feel them?
May I?
Just one.
Oh, they are strong. That's such exquisite perfume. Smell.
28 feet. Hey, watch that. She's with me. She's my girl, practically. 28 feet?
Well, we did have half a date, but you can forget about that.
Half a date? What do you mean half a date?
Well, you'll be here and I won't. Bye.
Oh, bye-bye, Gillis, baby.
28 feet?
Why so pale and wan, fair lover?
No, it's just my calves that are pale and wan.
What?
Never mind.
Okay. Never mind what?
Maynard, you asked me why so pale and wan, fair lover.
No, I didn't. That's something I gotta learn for English.
Oh.
I don't like dig it. I thought maybe you'd clue me.
Please, Maynard, I've got enough troubles with Thalia.
But I need help, and if you don't help me, good buddy, who's gonna help me?
Oh, okay, Maynard. Now look, it's a poem, like a lyric to a song. You understand that?
Yeah.
Why so pale and wan, fair lover? Prithee, why so pale? Will, when looking well can't move her, looking ill prevail. Prithee, why so pale?
Hey, go, man, go. I mean, go, Dope.
Will, when looking well can't move her, looking ill prevail. That's it. That's the way I can get Thalia. It has to be. It's the only thing I haven't tried.
I don't like dig.
Look, girls go crazy about fellas like poets who are pale and wan and hungry looking. And that's how I'm going to get Thalia, by looking pale and wan and hungry.
How?
I won't eat anything.
What are you going to do when you get hungry?
Stay hungry. Look, for the love of Thalia Menninger, I can do it. I'm going on a hunger strike till she promises to be my girl.
Dobie could, like, starve.
Oh, she won't let me starve. Did England let Gandhi starve?
Who?
England made it.
Yeah, England I know. What's the other cat?
Mahatma Gandhi made it. And when that little man in the loincloth went on a hunger strike, he brought the whole British Empire to its knees. And I know Thalia isn't any stronger than the British Empire.
Want to bet?
Thalia Menninger, I'm asking you for the last time. Will you be my regular, steady, permanent girl?
I'm telling you for the last time, I will not.
All right, that does it. I'm going on a hunger strike. I don't eat anything until you say yes.
Oh, Dobie, you're so funny. Here, have some.
No, I meant it, Thalia. I don't eat another bite until you're my girl. By the way, I feel a little pale and wan already.
Sorry, but I got to eat for two now.
Oh, there you are, dear. I was beginning to worry that your dinner might get cold. Sit down. Roast lamb.
No, thanks, Mom. I'm not hungry.
I'm ready to go. I've lived a good life, not perfect maybe, made some mistakes, but all in all, a good life. I'm ready.
Herbert, what are you talking about?
You heard what the boy said. He is not hungry. And Dobie not hungry can mean only one thing. The end of the world is coming. Okay, I'm ready.
Dobie, sit down. Herbert, stop teasing.
No, thanks, Mom. I'm in it. I'm not hungry.
You're sick. Herbert, get the doctor. It must be something serious.
No, really, Mom. I feel fine. I'm just not hungry.
But it's roast lamb, dear, and you always like the way I fix that.
Quiet, Winnie. Dobie, sit down!
Dad, I'm not sick. I'm just not going to eat anything at all, ever again, until Thalia's my girl.
You see, he's not really sick, except in the head, which I have always known.
Dad, didn't you ever hear of a hunger strike?
Oh, sure. And I think it's a great idea.
Herbert.
Well, look at it this way, Winnie. You're getting tired of going places in that old grocery truck, but we can't afford a car. Now, if Dobie lays off eating for a couple of weeks, we'll be able to save enough to buy one. Maybe two.
I think I'll go to my room. I have some reading I want to do. This book of poems by Elizabeth Barrett Browning. A lady who would have understood a hunger strike for love. And if I begin to look pale and wan, don't worry, Mother.
There's raisin pie.
No, leave the boy be. Let him have his fun. He'll stay on this hunger strike about 1 hour, and then he'll come sneaking out here to the refrigerator. And when he does...
How do I love thee? Let me count the ways. Sorry, Elizabeth Barrett. How do I love thee? Let me count the ways. How do I love thee? Let me count the ways. I love thee like raisin pie, and I love thee like roast lamb. I love thee like raisin pie, roast lamb. I'm starving. Mother's right. I could starve to death. There is no hunger. I'm talking to myself. I gotta have something to eat. Gotta start out the starvation diet all at once. Gotta start out just cutting down. Gotta have something, anything. I'm gonna have a kitchen. Nobody will ever know. I just can't. Not a sound there in bed. Nobody will ever know. I just gotta eat. I'm starving. I'm not eating.
I know, and you weren't about to either.
No, sir. Mahatma Gandhi can do it for India. I can do it for Thalia. I was just getting some ice for my fevered brow.
Oh, well, that's different. So you're determined to stay on this hunger strike, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what I'm going to do to help you. I'm going to sleep on the couch in the living room tonight where I can hear you, just in case you should walk in your sleep and wind up back at the refrigerator or down in the store.
Oh, thanks, Dad.
Oh, think nothing of it.
Just resetting the alarm. Oh, thanks. Good night, Bob.
Hey, that smells good. Should I go?
I have my own way of calling the hat McGandy this morning. I live this hunger strike.
Food.
Well, I'm glad to see you decided to come back from India and rejoin us normal humans, Mahatma. I'm glad the hunger strike is over. I knew that even failure couldn't make you miss more than one meal.
Oh, I almost forgot. Sure, the hunger strike's not over. I said I was going without food until Thalia's my girl, and I meant it.
Dobie, you've got to eat. I am not going to stand by and see that boy ruin his health.
Oh, take it easy, Winnie. He just can't give in right in front of us, not yet anyway. Boys won't go long without food. He'll eat, and plenty.
Come on if you don't want to be late for the first class.
Maynard, give me.
Hold, good buddy. You're on a hunger strike, remember?
I remember.
Oh, Dobie, I think it's so wonderful you're going on a hunger strike for love. We all think it's the most thrilling thing we ever heard of.
Oh, thanks. It's nothing. Come on, hurry and finish that, Maynard, or we'll be late.
Yeah, but you were going to...
Hurry, Maynard.
Thalia said you're just faking.
She'll find out. My mother's already worried about how pale and wan I look.
Oh, you do. You really do.
Yeah.
I think Thalia's disgusting.
Yes, she is, in many ways. But my love shall purify her. How do I love thee? Let me count the ways.
Thalia isn't the only one who thinks you're faking, Gillis.
You be quiet. I told you last night I'd be a lot more impressed with you if you did something romantic like that for me. Exactly what I told you.
No, look here. What do you think? You're a troublemaker. Yeah, we don't believe you for 1 minute, Gillis. You're eating on the sly.
I'm not.
We'll be watching you, Gillis, every minute.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, you all better go. You'll be late for class.
Don't you have to go, too?
We'd like to walk over with you, Dobie. You're our hero.
Oh, gee, thanks.
Hey, hungry lover, you want a hot dog?
Now leave Dobie alone.
Very good hot dogs, Gillis. And I'll buy.
No, thanks.
Okay, just remember, we're watching you.
You mind your own business, you glutton.
Here you are, Dobe. I got it for you.
Not here, Maynard. They're watching. Eat it.
Oh. I gotta get something to eat. I'm starving. I know. Go home and eat.
Maynard, I told you I'm starving there, too. My dad would laugh at me. Listen, I'll go home. You get me something to eat. Sneak it into my room through the window.
Well, good buddy. As soon as I finish this.
No, please, girls. It's just a weakness. It'll pass.
Come on, we want to take you home.
Huh?
What courage.
What fakery, you mean?
Oh, shut up. What do you know about love?
Yeah.
How do you stand on lynching?
Maynard, where you been? It's been 4 hours.
I'm sorry, Dobe. I had to eat dinner first.
Ice cream bars? That's all you brought?
Yeah, good buddy. I figure you've been hungry for so long, you deserve nothing but the best.
Mayor, I may murder you as soon as I finish these.
Just look at her, stuffing herself, and poor Dobie's practically dying over her.
She has no shame at all. Well, I'm not going to eat in public when Herm starts starving for love of me.
You told him?
3 nights ago. I said, Herm, you'll get no more dates with me until you go on a hunger strike for them.
Me too. That's exactly what I told Frank.
What happened?
I haven't had a date since.
Me either. Look, here comes Dobie. Isn't he romantic?
Mm-hmm.
Listen, Gillis, our girls won't give us dates unless we go on a hunger strike, too.
So stop faking or else. Please, I may faint.
We gotta do something about him.
And we're going to. Watch it, Pops. This pale and wan fair lover's my friend.
Oh, he's a kook.
Yeah, but he's a pale and wan kook.
Dobie, you're out of your demented mind. You're not fooling me. You're pretending that you're not eating and reading poetry all the time.
I'm also writing poetry for you. Oh, Thalia, your lips are like the petals of a rose. I'd like to kiss you underneath your nose.
Good heavens, Dobie.
Oh, I knew you'd love it.
I don't love it, and I don't like your starvation routine. Look, people are talking. Now, if Chatsworth's parents ever found out that I knew a kook like you, why, they might not let me date him anymore. So stop the act.
Will you be my girl?
No.
Then I'll go on starving myself, unto the death. If I can't have you, my darling, I'd rather not have life itself. We poets are like that. He who for love hath undergone the worst that can befall is happier thousandfold than one who never loved at all.
Goodbye.
Ah, me. Alone, alone.
Dope, good buddy. You're never going to get Thalia this way, and those fellas are sore. Why don't you give up?
I won't give up. I won't eat until Thalia is mine. Meet me in my room, same as usual, but this time bring meat, you hear? Red meat. I gotta have it. For 3 nights you've been bringing ice cream and candy and nuts and Cracker Jacks. I gotta have meat, you hear? Red meat. I gotta have it.
There you are, good buddy. Red meat.
Nothing else, just a salami?
A red one, the reddest.
A garlic salami?
The garlickiest. I went all the way across town to get it for you.
Will you please stop worrying, Winnie? The boy is eating. I don't know where, but he is eating. In fact, he looks to me like he's putting on weight.
I don't know what kind of a father you can be, Herbert Gillis.
I'm the kind of a father who can spot a phony.
Oh, that must be Thalia. Come in.
Thalia?
I am taking matters into my own hands.
Hi, I got your message. I have a date, but I thought I'd stop by and see what you wanted. This is Chatsworth Osborne Jr., Mr. and Mrs. Gillis.
How do you do?
Hi.
John, you, live here?
Yeah, what's the matter with it?
Oh, nothing. It's very amusing.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun just sitting around laughing at it.
All right. Thalia, I asked you to come over because I wanted to have a little talk with you, woman to woman. You know that Dobie isn't eating because of you.
Oh, now, Mrs. Gillis. He really isn't eating?
Of course he isn't. Can't you see that he's wasting away before our very eyes? No, you couldn't. You're not his mother. Only a mother looking at her baby through the eyes of love could see. Oh, Thalia, you must help me. You must just say the words, whatever they are, that will make him eat. Oh, please, Thalia, you must. Please, save my baby's life for me.
Okay.
No, that salami's like a lot garlicker than I thought.
Thalia's here. She wants to talk to you.
The salami's gone, but the melody lingers on.
They're not letting anybody get near me.
My baby. If you would listen to your own mother who bore you and raised you, maybe you'll listen to Thalia.
No, I can't.
Oh, he hates me. I can't blame him. Dobie, I didn't know you really weren't eating until your mother told me. Dobie, Dobie, please look at me.
No, leave me alone. Go away, Thana. Go away or I'll jump.
Oh, no. I'll give in, Dobie. I'm yours.
Dobie, she's yours. How about a steak?
Dobie, please come back inside. I'm yours.
Just one moment, please. Thalia, can you be serious? I mean, are you giving me up for him?
Yes, Chatsworth.
In that case, you leave me no alternative. I shall go on a hunger strike.
You'll what?
Precisely what I said. If you won't be my girl, I shan't eat. And I should like to point out that when I don't eat, it's rather more impressive than when he doesn't eat. When I don't eat, I'm denying myself caviar, squab, lobster, crepe Suzettes for breakfast. Whereas what Dobie doesn't eat, I wouldn't eat in any case. Pork and beans, hominy grits, ham hocks. So you see, Thalia, in my case, a hunger strike is rather a major undertaking.
Yes, you've got a point there, Chatsworth. Oh, I'm sorry, Dobie, but you see how it is. I really don't have any choice, do I? Oh, I'm sorry, Mrs. Gillis. Do you really have crepe Suzettes for breakfast?
Oh, every morning.
Why don't you like get off this hunger strike, Kip? You're like dead, though.
Not yet, I'm not. Gandhi didn't quit, and by George, neither am I.
Okay, Gillis, your hunger strike is over. You got the pizza and we got the picture to show the girls.
Hold everything, son. Here's Dad to the rescue. I'm sick and tired of this hunger strike nonsense, and you're gonna eat.
But, Dad, my hunger strike's over. I just ate. Boy, did I eat.
Now, don't lie to me, boy.
Dad.
You're gonna eat, and that's all there is to it.
Dad, wait a minute now. Dad. Dad.
Keep quiet. There now. Isn't that better?
Oh.
See? That's all you needed. Some food.
Dobie, I have asked you to do very little, but you have got to eat this for me.
Yeah, I would, Mom, but Dad just fed me.
Oh, Dobie, my poor darling, you're having hallucinations.
Oh, no, Mom, just feel.
Oh, starvation.
Starvation.
Oh, Dobie, darling, this is your mother speaking to you.
Don't cry, Mom, please. I'll eat.
Oh. There, dear. There. Isn't Mommy's cooking good?
Dobie, you poor thing. And you did it all for me. Oh, look what I brought you.
I've eaten.
Here. It's everything I can cook. Frankfurter, sauerkraut, chili, and dumplings.
Thalia, I've eaten.
Oh, you're so noble, Dobie. Not wanting to force me into being your girl. You don't have to lie about having eaten.
But what about Chatsworth? I mean, he's such a nice fella and handsome.
And rich.
Mm-hmm, rich,
Yes, but it's you, Dobie. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm hooked. Eat.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, Thalia. I just can't.
But you must. Now, remember, when we get married, you're not going to be able to afford a cook or going out to restaurants. So I'm going to have to do all the cooking. So you might as well learn to like it.
Thalia, look.
Come on, Dobie. No arguing. Just eat. Eat. There. Wasn't that wonderful? You know, it surprises me, but I like doing things for you, like cooking.
Thalia, you say we're going to get married?
Yes.
And after we're married, you're going to do the cooking? And this is what you cook best?
Yes, that's right.
Uh-huh.
What are you doing?
Calling Chatsworth Osborne Jr. For you.
Once a gal was dreamy, Dobie. Once a gal was creamy, Dobie. Once a gal to call his own. Is she blonde? Is she tall? Is she dark? Is she small? Is she any kind of dreamboat at all? No matter, he's hers and hers alone. 'Cause Dobie has to have a girl to call his own. Once a gal was dreamy, Dobie. Once a gal was creamy, Dobie. Once a gal to call his own. Is she blonde? Is she tall? Is she dark? Is she small? Is she any kind of dreamboat at all? No matter, he's hers and hers alone. Dobie, Dobie.
My name's Dobie Gillis. I'm happy. I'm happy because I've just fallen in love an hour ago. This is the happiest part of a love affair. Just after falling in love and just before the problem of money comes up. Those precious minutes. Well, that's enough of being happy. Time to start worrying about money. Aphrodite. It's you, my Aphrodite Milliken. I've been singing those words since first I heard them. I tried to control myself, but it's no use. I must tell you, Aphrodite Milliken, with all honesty and all humility, I love you.
Oh, Dobie.
And I shall love you forever. Just repeat after me and hold the thought. Dobie Gillis loves me. Dobie Gillis is my slave.
Oh, Dobie, I just enrolled in school this morning. Well, the first time you saw me was an hour ago.
I know. Why, oh, why did I part with you for even that hour?
I went to a girls' gym class.
You must drop the course. Nothing must come between us.
Dobie, you're so silly. You don't know anything about me.
What do I need to know? You're you. All else is trivia. No, don't tell me, no. I sneaked a peek at your card. You're only 16 and a half years old. I'm 17. But, my darling, the differences in our ages won't matter. I won't let it. The world may sneer and call ours a May-December romance, but I won't care. I'll just know that I love you.
Dobie, what you feel is just passion.
Hey, watch that. You sure you're only 16 and a half?
Of course.
Wow.
Dobie, you're so delightfully, gauche.
Oh, gauche, what?
Gauche. G-A-U-C-H-E. It's French.
Oh, that gauche. Sure you're only 16 and a half?
Well, of course.
Wow.
Don't you know French?
Why, yeah, sure, some. What do you think I am, dumb? My gauche.
Dobie, I've never met anyone like you.
Really? Well, I've never met anyone like you either. Say, I always thought this bench was marble. I can't...
It is.
Yeah. Kind of slippery here.
Here, feel.
Huh?
Feel.
Oh. Say, that's a pretty good muscle for a girl.
Let me feel yours.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Tighten it. Come on, tighten it. Oh, Dobie, stop teasing me. Tighten it up.
Later. First, let's go over to Charlie Wong's ice cream parlor.
Ice cream parlor?
Yeah, that's the hangout.
Well, all right, Dobie. For you, I will.
Good.
Do you come here often.
Sure, all the time.
It's just such a frivolous place.
Well, yeah, sure. I mean, well, I figure you gotta frivol once in a while. Well, it's either here or home. Maynard? Maynard. How are you, Maynard?
Cool, Dad.
Maynard, this is Aphrodite Milliken. Aphrodite, this is my friend, Maynard G. Krebs.
Ooh, frantic.
Well, he certainly belongs in such a frivolous place.
Yeah, old Maynard's about as frivol as you can get. Oh, Charlie. Aphrodite, although I'm not a wealthy man, you may order absolutely anything your heart and stomach desire. Up to,
Did you expect me to swallow one of those sodas?
Huh?
And you were going to swallow... Well, you are not.
No?
Niashiba shila shina guanba.
Hamujao. Oh, hai shitao.
Niashina shila. Huila.
Chinese? Wow.
Now, here's what you should eat. Nice, sensible refreshment. Dobie, promise me you'll never again waste your money that way.
I promise.
And this is the family act. We just got off the road yesterday, and this is our winter quarters.
The 4 Flying Millikens. You're an acrobat?
Mm-hmm.
And you live in here?
Well, of course. Oh, hello, Father. Father, I want you to meet Dobie Gillis. Dobie, this is my father.
How do you do? Dobie, is it?
Yes, ma'am, Dobie. D-O... Father?
That's right.
I mean, you're a man?
Fathers usually are. Yes, my boy. I've been a man for 83 years, and I still am.
Yeah.
Father, while I get out of these ridiculous school clothes, why don't you explain to Dobie why we live in a barn?
Yeah.
None of us live in barns, my boy, or houses or mansions. There's where you live, inside. You don't need any more, correct?
Oh, yes, sir. Of course, it's nice to have some place to take a bath.
I was an M.D., a professor of medicine. Suddenly I realized the folly of what the world calls living. I dropped everything and adopted a way of life based on... Are you familiar with the Greeks?
No, there's a Greek boy in school.
I was referring to the ancient Greeks.
Oh, well, I don't know his parents.
Yeah, well, we live largely on nuts and fruits and a few healthy vegetables, and these simple, comfortable garments we wear are homespun.
Homespun?
Homespun.
I know. Wow.
Well,
It's a new word I learned today.
you actually learned something at that school? I only meant that, well, Aphrodite passed the Harvard entrance exams when she was 12, just for fun.
Wow. You said that. I just meant, would you like to go to the movies tonight? Huh? Although I'm 17 years old, I assure you I'm very trustworthy, sir. How about the movies, huh?
My dear, don't forget your study hour.
Oh.
Aphrodite will see you at 8 o'clock.
Yes, sir. 8 o'clock. I assure you it was an accident, sir. I stumbled. I assure you it'll never happen again, sir.
Goodness gracious, never?
No, never.
Why, kissing's the most natural, affectionate gesture in the world.
If... It is? It is. 8 o'clock.
Well, I never saw you do that before.
I never did it before.
What's the matter, my daughter?
I don't know. I just feel all squiggly inside. Is squiggly love?
That or bad digestion. The latter, in your case, of course, being quite impossible. We've always hoped that the mate you choose would be able to take my place in the act. If this Dobie turns out to be your soulmate, well, we just have to build him up. Yes, sir. Build him up.
Okay, Thomas Alva Edison, so you invented some way to open this thing without the bell ringing. So put it back anyway.
Put what back, Dad?
The money!
Money. Ha. Money. Who needs it?
What's the matter, dear?
Dobie, it's got me worried half to death.
Well, he didn't take any money, and instead of eating something expensive, he only took a carrot. He's just doing what you've always told him to do.
I know. That's what got me worried half to death.
All right, boys, take her up. Steady now. Easy. Steady. Straighten up. Arms out. That's it. That'll be your young man.
Dobie, you're 3 minutes late.
I was 3 minutes early, but these look so good, I stopped for a snack.
Dobie, I want you to meet my 2 brothers.
Oh?
This is Hercules.
Glad to meet you, Dobie.
How do you...
And this is Atlas.
How are you, Dobie?
Yeah, better, thanks.
Glad to see you again, Dobie.
Yes, sir.
Father, please. Don't you all bother about us. We'll just go sit over there.
Yeah. Maybe we should go pick some nuts and berries. Yeah, maybe you'd like the movies after all.
Dobie,
I assure you, sir.
as an older man, don't you like to kiss girls?
Well, my gosh, yes, sir. Yeah, I mean, I imagine I would, under the proper circumstances.
Well, this circumstance is eminently proper. So for heaven's sake, hold still.
Yes, sir. But this is going to be very embarrassing.
Father!
You started it.
Father!
Hey, I only did what you said. You told me.
Oh, he's the one, I'm sure of it.
Congratulations, son.
Huh?
Boys, little Aphrodite has found her soulmate.
There's something I think you all should know. I have to be home by 11 o'clock.
Dobie, you're so adorably helpless and shy.
Dobie, we don't object to you, understand that, but we're wondering about your physique. Take your clothes off. In there. Might as well get used to wearing your tunic. We expect Aphrodite's maid to carry on my work. Live as we do. Work in the acrobatic act. Now that you've chosen her and she's chosen you, we must get started building you up. Why, in 1 week, you'll be a different boy.
I just remembered, sir. This is a school night. I'll see you all later. Wait a minute, fellas. Don't put me down. Look, I have to be going. I hope so. Put me down, fellas.
In a week, you'd be a different boy.
I am. Even his hair seems weak. You think it'll ever be as long as ours?
You want my hair to be like yours?
Naturally, son.
What'll Dad say? You might just as well give up on me, sir. I guess I'm just a natural-born 90-pound weakling. I guess the bullies will always kick sand in my face. I'll just have to stay away from the beach and pretty girls.
Nonsense. That only means that you'll have to work harder next week.
My name's Dobie Gillis. I'm not happy. I always wanted a superior girl, but I didn't want one who was so superior to me. That's the trouble. Aphrodite makes me feel weak and stupid. And the reason she makes me feel weak and stupid is because of two of my biggest faults. I'm weak and I'm stupid. Also, I can't keep my mouth shut. Not that I actually proposed to her. I told her I'd adore her for the rest of my life. That has nothing to do with marriage. And I'm not fickle. I still love Aphrodite. I just wish I'd never see her again.
Oh, you're coming along fine, my son. Another half hour of this, and we'll have those sodas and balls sweated out of you. Yes, sir. My daughter, one glass. After all, he's weak.
I know. That's why I love him. But he's so weak. Do you think we'll ever build him up?
Now, that's what's bothered me, too. You know the importance of bloodlines. I've decided to check on his father.
Father, please don't do anything that might come between Dobie and me.
Now, his father has a grocery. I can check on him while he's making a delivery here. He won't even know who I am.
6 quarts of yogurt? Yeah. Dozen bunches of carrots. Same of celery. Uh-huh. 6 quarts of blackstrap. 6 quarts of blackstrap molasses? Okay, you've got it. Some kind of a nut?
A hungry nut, anyway.
Hey, this is going out on Cedar Lake Road. Why don't you jump in the truck and I'll drop you off at the depot?
I already called a cab, and that is probably it. I'll call you from Mother's when I get there. And I'll tell her you sent your love.
Sure, what do I care if you lie to her?
Now, you go keep Dobie busy, and don't worry, I won't let his father suspect a thing.
Your grocery order, ma'am.
Like father, like son.
Huh?
Merely a general comment on heredity.
Oh, well, can I put these down someplace?
On the table.
Oh, I'm sorry I'm a little late, but I couldn't deliver them till after I closed the store. You see, my wife's out of town visiting her mother, and there was nobody to take care of the place. Ordinarily, I make deliveries just like this. Do you eat this stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Live here?
Yes, we live a simple life. Eat simple food. Sleep on the floor.
Well, everybody to her own taste. That's what I always say.
Fine. Just to set you right on the point, Mr.
Gillis, Herbert T.
My
Gillis.
name is Milliken. How do you do? How do you do?
Oh, I do all right, and I can take pretty good care of myself, too. That'll be 10:42, huh?
Yeah, $10. All right, here you are. Oh, I beg your pardon.
Hey, lady, what do you think you're doing there?
Just feeling the tone of your leg muscles. Nothing wrong with that.
My leg?
Don't be so shy.
Look, I'm a happily married man.
Shyness runs in families.
Huh?
Oh, just another comment on heredity. I'm interested in heredity and health. Tell me, your parents living?
Look, lady, $10.42. That's all. $10.42.
Of course, but why can't you satisfy my curiosity?
Okay, so both my parents are still living, and my grandfather on my father's side died at the age of 86 in perfect health. Boy, you're a nosy old dame, you know.
Died in perfect health?
Yeah, he was chasing a fly, and he got out into the street and was run over by a streetcar.
Wonderful. Playing baseball at the age of 86.
I did not say he was chasing a fly ball. I said he was chasing a fly. It lit on him in the house, and that made him mad, and he chased it out into the street because when he got mad at something, he stopped at nothing. And speaking of heredity, that's one thing I inherited from my grandfather, and I'm mad now. So come up with the $10.42.
Sure, there you are, and you do have a splendid spirit.
What's the matter with you, lady? Are you some kind of a nut or something? Getting me in here asking me questions about my wife being out of town?
I didn't ask you about your wife. You told me. You said she was visiting her mother.
Oh, and you heard about it, huh?
Mr. Gillis, I'm afraid I've gone about this all wrong. Dobie said...
Dobie?
Your son, Dobie.
Dobie? What do you mean, Dobie?
Somebody call me?
So that's why you ate the carrot. A whole nest of them.
Dad, what happened?
You were born. That's what happened. My own boy, my own son. What do you mean dressed in a thing like that?
Mr. Gillis, there's nothing wrong. It's merely a comfortable garment.
For what?
Why don't you step into the next room and try one on?
I will not.
Just while you calm down.
Watch it, boys. I used to do a little boxing.
Now, calm, Mr. Gillis. Might as well try one on since you're going to be practically a part of the family.
Part of what family?
Our family. By marriage, at least. Your son, Dobie, and my daughter, Aphrodite.
Him? Marriage? Marriage?
Him? Why, certainly.
I gotta kill that boy.
Mr. Gillis, the children have chosen each other. We're training Dobie to become a Millikan, a member of our acrobatic troupe.
Look, I'm getting out of here, and nobody's going to stop me. And when I get out, I'm calling the cops and having this place raided. No, I won't call the cops. I'll call the FBI. I've got friends in high places. I'm a veteran.
Oh, Dobie, I'm sorry it turned out this way. It's just, well, you were so weak. We had to find out about your father.
Well, now you know. Sir, I think you'd better let him go. And I think I'd better go with him. It'll be awful when I get home, but I think I'm getting a little tired of nuts and berries. And I'm getting tired of this tunic. And I know I'm tired of training. I'm just tired.
Splendid, son. That means you're getting close to your second win.
Okay. But I can still lick you. Oh, and you're interested in heredity, huh? Well, let me tell you something about heredity. Did you ever hear of backwards heredity? Well, heredity backs up sometimes, and that's what happened to me. I got me a cuckoo son, and heredity backed up on me, and now I'm cuckoo. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here putting up with all this. Well, I'm getting out of here right now, and you are not coming with me. You've been running around for the past 2 or 3 years like some sort of a lovesick nut. Well, you belong in a cuckoo's nest like this. You still owe me 42 cents. Acrobats.
You
made your point, now lay on it.
Maybe we can make something out of you yet, brother. Now we're really going to get to work, brother.
I'll lay out a 24-hour-a-day schedule. You can live here with us.
Oh, Dobie, you're mine. Isn't it wonderful?
Hey, man, I just wigged one. I got me a bulb.
Huh?
A bulb. The light? I got like a swinging idea how to get Aphrodite to send you to Quit City.
Yeah? Yeah. I just remembered your last idea.
Oh, dig this, good buddy. Aphrodite loves you. And what does she hate?
What?
Me.
Yeah.
So I'll fall by her pad and tell her if she marries you, she gets me too. You and me, we're so buddy-buddy, I gotta go right along. I'll lay it on big. Please, Aphrodite, don't say no. It won't do any good. I'm going with you anyway. Me and old Dobie are such buddy-buddies, I'd be lost without him. I gotta go alone. I gotta. Don't leave me behind. Don't leave me. Oh, please don't leave me.
She despises it. It might work. Listen, I'm supposed to be at her barn at 8 o'clock. You gotta fix it before then or she'll come and drag me there.
Okay, wait here. I'll phone you as soon as I get you out of it.
Yeah. Before 8 o'clock.
For the last time, the clock's not wrong. For the last time, there's no daylight saving. It's 8 o'clock. For the last time, there's been no phone calls for you. You've been here all the time. No phone calls. It's 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I know.
Dobie.
Yeah.
Dobie, there's something I must tell you. I know you want me to tell you the truth fearlessly, directly, honestly. Oh, Dobie.
Ow, ow. Watch that.
Dobie, you must put me out of your life.
Yes, yes. Huh?
You must.
Oh, I will.
Steel yourself.
I'm Steel.
Oh, I'm sorry, dear Dobie. I fell in love with you because you were so helpless, so shy.
Yeah.
But now there's one who needs me more. Someone shyer, more helpless. Oh, Maynard! Poor helpless Maynard.
For gosh sakes. Hi, Maynard.
Oh, hi.
How you getting along with Aphrodite?
Oh, she's a wonderful girl. I
Yeah.
mean, she's smart and strong and loyal and true.
That's right.
And she's no expense at all.
You're all free.
And she speaks 7 languages.
Chinese.
And she plays every musical instrument there is.
That's right.
Dobie?
Yeah?
You want her back?
Dobie, once a gal was dreamy. Dobie, once a gal was creamy. Dobie, once a gal to call his own. Is she blonde? Is she tall? Is she dark? Is she small? Is she any kind of dreamboat at all? No matter, he's hers and hers alone. 'Cause Dobie has to have a girl to call his own. Once a gal was dreamy, Dobie. Once a gal was creamy, Dobie. Once a gal to call his own. Is she blonde? Is she tall? Is she dark? Is she small? Is she any kind of dreamboat at all? No matter, he's hers and hers alone. Dobie.
I'm taking mathematics at school. I hate it. You take most of the trouble in the world today. What's behind it? Math, that's what. I mean, without math, there wouldn't be H-bombs or income tax or insufficient funds at the bank. Or Thalia Menninger.
Pay attention.
Yes, Dobie, kindly pay attention. You, of all people, kindly pay attention. Remember, there'll be a quiz tomorrow, so come prepared for the worst. Class, with the exception of Dobie Gillis, you stay. I want to talk to you. Dismissed. Maynard, what are you doing here?
Oh, I'm with Dobie. I mean, wherever he goes, I go. I mean, he's like my good buddy.
Well, that's very touching, Maynard, but goodbye.
Don't you want to talk to me, too?
I want to, but how? Maynard, I believe a teacher's duty is to help her students all she can, but let's face it, in some cases, you just can't make contact.
Gee, like, thanks, Mrs. Adams. Yeah, I'll wait for you in the park. If you're in any trouble, just like holler.
I must say you have loyal friends.
Oh, it's nothing.
You're wrong, Dobie. It's something. Anybody who can inspire this kind of loyalty is pretty special.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Mrs. Adams, but please, ma'am, could we kind of hurry it up a little? Thalia might be waiting for me.
Now, there's another example of the way you endear yourself to people. Thalia Menninger.
Yeah.
As for Maynard, honesty compels me to say that he is a trifle eccentric. But Thalia, there's a hard-headed girl.
Okay, carborundum.
Yes. And yet she sticks with you.
Well, no. Actually, she kind of throws me out all the time.
But she kind of comes back all the time, isn't that true?
Yeah, I guess so.
It's a fact, Dobie.
Yeah.
This is not my business, I know, but I have eyes. I can't help noticing things. Thalia loves you. Maynard loves you. In fact, everybody loves you. Why?
Why?
Because you're special, Dobie. You're a very rare boy. And that's what's got me worried. How can somebody with your capabilities get such terrible marks?
Yeah, that's a good question, Mrs. Adams. It bugs me. It really does.
Well, it bugs me, too. Teaching is a calling, not a business. I'm here to help you, to guide you, to set your feet on a shining path into a beautiful, glorious future.
Hey, that's beautiful.
Very moving.
Oh, hello, dear. This is my husband and my son, Dan, Dobie Gillis.
How do you do, sir?
How do you do?
Hi, Dan.
Hi.
Well, I'll be going now, Mrs. Adams. Yeah.
Yeah, but Dobie, remember I am here to help you. Call on me any hour, any time.
I'll do that. Nice to meet you, sir. Goodbye.
Maybe the kid could come and live with us.
Oh, Esmond, I have told you 1,000
Yeah,
times.
teaching is a calling, not a business.
Exactly. That boy is worth every minute that I can give him.
Well, I know a couple of other boys that like a little of your time, too. This boy and this boy.
I stand corrected. And how are you, Lammy Pie? How was school today?
I hate school.
That's my boy.
Maynard,
You rhyme?
how come you keep following Dobie around all the time?
Because he's like my good buddy.
I see.
How come you keep following him around all the time?
I don't.
You gas me, girl. I mean, you leave me limp.
I gave Dobie back his high Y pin 12 times in the last month.
So what's that on your sweater?
Well, I'm giving it back again today. That's why I wanted to see him.
Sorry I'm late, Thalia, baby, but I guess it doesn't make any difference.
What do you mean it doesn't make any difference?
Don't fight it, Thalia. You love me. Maynard loves me.
True.
Everybody loves me. I'm lovable.
Who says so?
Just Mrs. Adams, that's all.
Big deal. I've known you were lovable for years.
You have? So how come you keep dumping me?
Look, Dobie, you're lovable, but that's all you are. Lovable. Are you smart? No. Are you talented? No. Are you aggressive? No. Are you ever going to be a success? No.
I was wondering when the conversation was going to get around to money.
Will you kindly tell your friend that I do not happen to care about money?
That's right, Maynard. Thalia doesn't care about money. Not for herself, that is. But her father's...
60 years old and has a kidney condition.
And her mother...
Isn't getting any younger.
And her sisters...
Is married to a loafer.
And her brother...
Is turning into a public charge.
So, it's up to Thalia to...
Take care of the family.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we could, take up a collection.
Don't get smart.
Yeah.
Look, I have a responsibility to my family. I mean, if my father hadn't put braces on my teeth and sent me to dancing school so I could be beautiful and graceful and charming the way I am, well, then maybe he wouldn't have a kidney condition. And you aren't helping anything.
Me?
Yeah, you. And you're going to be a poor man as long as you live, and here's your high Y pin. Goodbye.
Well, what are you doing that for? You'll just take it back next week. Don't forget, I'm lovable.
Well, true. All right. You're lovable. And maybe I'm stuck on you. But make no mistake, mister. If I really put my mind to it, I can forget you completely. You know that, don't you?
Failure, you wouldn't.
I would and I will, unless...
Yes, my darling. Yes, my great tawny
Quit
animal.
Central High and go to Willoughby Hall.
Willoughby Hall?
You mean that fancy prep school back east where those rich cats go?
Thalia, what can you be thinking of?
I'm thinking of your future. Look, you have one asset, one lousy little asset. You're lovable. That isn't going to get you very far.
Thalia.
You have to have contacts now at Willoughby
I
Hall.
don't want to hear about it. I'm not going to go to Willoughby Hall or any place else. I'm going to stay right here with a woman I love.
You're going to stay right here without the woman you love.
Thalia, you're coming unglued. What a crazy idea, my going away to school. Now, just forget about it, because I'm not going to leave you, and there's no way in the world you can make me.
Oh, isn't there?
There's no way she can get me to go to Willoughby Hall, is there, Maynard?
Of course not.
Of course not.
I wonder how she's going to do it.
I gotta kill that boy. I just got
Oh, calm down, Herbert. You were young once.
Never that young. Where is that kid anyway? A whole truckload of groceries in the back room to be unpacked, and he isn't home from school. What's he got, radar or something? How does he always know when there's work to be done around here?
Hello, Mr. Gillis, Mrs. Gillis. How are you, dear?
Have you seen Dobie?
Oh, yes, but it didn't do any good.
It never does.
I wanted to talk to you.
Hey, what do you mean? It didn't do any good.
Well, that's what I've come to see you about. Do you know about Willoughby Hall?
You mean the prep school back east?
Yes, that's right. It's a fine school and lots of rich people
Look,
go
I don't
there.
mean to intrude, but what's this got to do with Dobie?
Well, I want you to send Dobie to Willoughby Hall.
I'll send him to the hospital, the bum. Do you know how much it costs to go to Willoughby Hall?
Yes, I have the rates and the information right here. It's expensive, all right. But look at it this way. It's an investment in Dobie's future.
Future? What future? This kid has got to wind up living off the county.
That will be enough of that, Herbert Gillis. Dobie's a fine boy with a good mind and a great potential. And I am not going to stand here listening to you running him down. I happen to think that Willoughby Hall might be just the place for Dobie. He's bright and sensitive and intelligent. And maybe what he needs is to broaden his vistas and round out his personality. And get away from you for a while.
I'll get right to the point. What is Dobie's best quality?
I give up.
He's lovable, that's what. Now, everybody that knows him loves him. Now, when Dobie goes to Willoughby Hall, he gets put in a dormitory and has a roommate. Now, who is that roommate going to be? He's going to be a rich man's son, that's who. And living with Dobie, he's got to love him. I mean, it's inevitable. So, Dobie's got a friend, a rich, powerful friend whose father owns a bank or a factory, maybe. Now, this roommate introduces Dobie to his father. And he says, Dad, this is my roommate, Dobie Gillis, who's good and loyal and true and the best friend I ever had. Now, do you think you could find a place for him in the business? And the father says, Son, if he's a friend of yours, he's good enough for me. Don't worry about a thing. I'll take care of Dobie Gillis. And that's just my point, don't you see? Somebody has to take care of Dobie. Now, where do you want him? Standing in the line of a soup kitchen or president of a bank? Make your choice.
I've made my choice. The answer is no.
Very well, Mr. Gillis. It's on your conscience. I've done everything I could do.
Dobie, old bean, I don't want to get misty about it, but rooming with you has been absolutely top hole. I mean, you're a splendid fellow.
No.
First rate.
I'm just lovable is all.
You are that. Dobie, if it should ever fall to my lot to repay you for being such a decent sort, I hope you'll not fail to call on me.
Shucks, Winthrop, just being lovable's enough for me.
Hello, son.
Popsy, what a delightful surprise.
I happen to be in the neighborhood foreclosing a few properties, so I thought I'd pop in.
Oh, how jolly. Popsy, I would like you to meet my loyal, true, devoted, kindly, dependable, lovable roommate, Dobie Gillis. Dobie, this is Dad, Winthrop Van Money VII.
I'm honored, sir.
Well, Gillis, anyone who's been such a loyal, true, devoted, kindly, dependable, lovable roommate to my son need never go wanting as long as there's life in this prosperous body. Gillis, you will start Monday as chief teller at the First National Bank. After an appropriate period of learning the business, well, I shall give you a little bank of your own.
Thank you, sir. You're a real human being. Dad, what a pleasant surprise.
Hello, son. I just happened to be in the neighborhood delivering some groceries and thought I'd drop in.
Oh.
Are you in the grocery line, Mr. Gillis?
Well, in a small way, sir.
Not anymore, Mr. Gillis. Not small. Any father of Dobie Gillis need never want for anything as long as there's life in this prosperous body. Tomorrow, sir, I shall buy you a chain of supermarkets extending from Key West, Florida to Fairbanks, Alaska, side by side, no spaces in between.
Dad?
Oh, hello, son. Skip it. That's not for you, because after all, you're loyal and true and dependable and kindly and devoted and lovable.
Me?
Son, your mother and I love you very much, and we want the absolute best for you no matter what it costs.
Dad, you mean I can have that new pair of shoes?
New shoes? You'll have shoes you never even wear. Now brace yourself for a wonderful surprise. You are going to Willoughby Hall.
Willoughby Hall?
Tut,
Oh, no!
Tut, tut, my boy.
Oh, no!
Hang the expense. Nothing is too good for my son.
No, I'm not going. I won't do it.
Oh, yes, you will, because I love you, and I want the very best for you, and you go to Willoughby Hall, or I'll break every bone in that stupid head of yours.
Failure, Manager, you are a rat.
Yeah.
A rat! Oh, that can only mean one thing. You're going to Willoughby Hall.
You ought to know you fixed it, you rat.
Oh, well, that's a fine way to thank me.
Thank you for what? I'll be hundreds of miles away from you, one dreary, lonely, miserable day after another.
Oh, you poor fool. Don't you want me to be your girl?
More than life itself.
Then go to Willoughby Hall, make contacts, be a success, and amount to something.
But you love me.
I know, but I can't be selfish. I've got to think of my family.
You mean your
His
father's?
kidney condition.
Isn't he getting any better?
Well, I don't know, but it's hardly something you talk about.
Of course, yeah.
Now, look, Dobie, stop moping around. Willoughby Hall is your golden opportunity.
Listen, Thalia, what if I settled down and turned over a new leaf? I mean, started getting good grades and everything.
Good marks. Why, tomorrow we're having a math test that you're going to flunk with a big thud.
I'm not going to flunk. I'm going to get 100 on it.
Boy, you are sick. I mean, you need attention.
If I get 100 on the math test tomorrow, will you let me stay here and be my girl?
If you get 100 on it, I'll pull you all around town in a rickshaw.
Never mind the jokes. Answer my question.
All right, Dobie, if you get 100 in the math test, I'm yours.
I'm going to do it, Maynard. I'm going to do it. You got a plan? Well, plan is too strong a word. It's more like hope. A little, thin, puny hope.
Yeah, tell your old buddy.
Well, Mrs. Adams, you know, the math teacher. Well, she said she wanted to help me and to call on her at any hour, any time if I was in trouble.
Friend, you ain't never been in bigger trouble. Let's fly.
Yeah.
Darling, please. It's the math test for tomorrow, and it's very important, honey. I'm just double-checking.
Swell. Ruthie, I want to remind you of something. You've got a husband.
Whom I adore. Darling, if teaching ever came between us, I'd give it up in a minute. But you work all day, and Dan goes to school, and I can't just sit around and be useless when there's such a crying need for teachers.
You're right, Ruthie, and as you know, I'm all for it. But you know, I got to thinking, it's been 6 months since we went anywhere or did anything. And what do you say we go to a movie tonight, right now?
That's a wonderful idea.
Well, great. There's a good one at the Bijou. I think we just got time to catch the first feature.
Haven't we forgotten just a little something?
Oh, yeah, the kid. Well, what's the problem? We'll get a sitter.
Where are you going to find a sitter at this hour?
Well, he's in bed. Couldn't we just sneak out for a couple of hours?
The answer is no. No on 2 counts. 1, we cannot sneak out for a couple of hours. And 2, he is not in bed. Regarde the KID.
Hi, Slugger.
Mr. Adams, I'm Dobie Gillis. We met at school this afternoon.
Oh, yes.
Uh-huh. And this is my friend Maynard G. Krebs.
Like hi.
Like hi.
I'll tell you why we dropped by, Mr. Adams.
Pray do.
Uh-huh. Well, you see, sir, this afternoon, Mrs. Adams, your wife, you know.
I remember her vividly.
Well, she said she wanted to help me and that I should
heard.
call on her anytime,
I
any
heard.
hour if I was ever in trouble, which I am now.
So you thought you'd come over for a little private tutoring?
Yeah, I guess you could call it that.
You too?
Oh, no, I just go where Dobie goes. I'm like his best buddy.
Ah.
Yeah, actually, I didn't want to come here at all. I was going to the Bijou. There's a gas of a movie there.
So I've heard.
Yeah, I saw it 6 times. I want to see it again. It's like the last night.
Uh-huh.
Boys, come in and sit down.
Oh, thank you.
Let me ask you a question, boys. Do you like Mrs. Adams? As a teacher, I mean?
Oh, she's fine.
She's 100% with me.
Thanks, boys. Boys, you know what a teacher's life is? Well, it's long hours, it's hard work, it's tedious detail.
How come she don't kick it?
Because she wants to help you. And you.
Oh, she's all heart, that woman.
Yeah.
If you could brighten her life a little, if you could bring her one small moment of pleasure, you'd do it, wouldn't you?
Sure, but what can we do?
You can sit with our little boy tonight while I take Mrs. Adams to the movies. while I bring a couple of hours of sunshine into her dark and dismal life. Now, boys, can you find it in your hearts to say no?
Not us, Pops.
Thank you, boys. Thank you.
Why, Maynard, Dobie, what are you doing here?
They're going to sit with Dan tonight while we go to the movies. Isn't that wonderful?
What?
Come on, dear. Let's
But
not
I
dawdle.
don't understand.
He's right, Mrs. Adams. You better get moving. You don't miss the part with the monsters of ours, Cleveland.
Cleveland?
Come on, dear, quickly.
Those test papers because those boys have to take the test tomorrow.
Oh, I got you, baby. Boys, I don't think there'll be any problem. The kids' room's at the top of the stairs to the left. The kitchen's out there. Here's the phone. The phonograph is over there. The cookies are in the cookie jar. The ice cream is in the freezer. God's in his heaven, and all's right with the world. Good night, boys.
Someday that you explain all
Yeah,
this.
maybe someday.
Thanks. Thanks a lot. It's all I needed tonight, babysitting.
Oh, cheer up, Dope. It ain't so bad.
Well, what's good about it?
They got a record player, man. They got a record player.
Big deal.
Oh, boy. Brahms, Mahler, Bass?
It's Bach, Maynard, Bach.
Yeah, Bach. Where's the jazz? I can't find no jazz. What do they need with a record player? They ain't got no jazz. Must be someplace.
Maynard, do you believe in fate?
What's bugging you, man?
Maynard, concentrate. This is the quiz Mrs. Adams is going to give us tomorrow. We've got it right here in our hands. Now, all we have to do is look up the answers right now, and tomorrow we can get 100 on the quiz. And if I get 100 on the quiz and I don't go to Willoughby Hall, I stay right here with Thalia, and life is beautiful once more.
That's like cheating, Dobie.
That's exactly what it is.
Dope?
Let's do it.
Right.
But just this one.
Just this one.
Never.
No.
No. Get a piece of paper. Which question? Number 8.
Thus, one Englishman with imagination, Isaac Newton, lying under an apple tree, altered the entire course of civilization. On your way out of class, you may pick up your quiz papers. I'd like Dobie Gillis and Maynard Krebs to remain behind. Dismissed. That's very good, Thalia.
Thank you.
Well, why aren't you smiling, boys? It isn't often anyone gets 100 on a math quiz.
100? Dobie, let me see. Oh, Dobie, you said you'd do it, and you did. You turned over a brand new leaf. Oh, I'm so happy.
You mean I don't have to go to Willoughby
Willoughby
Hall?
Hall, no. I just thought it would be the best thing for you and for us. But now we can be together forever and ever and ever.
Is there anything you'd like to tell me?
No, ma'am.
Nothing at all?
No, ma'am.
Maynard?
I'm with Dobie.
I see. That's all, boys. You may go.
Let's go to the ice cream parlor. This calls for a celebration. Oh, and I've got a little shock for you. I'm buying.
Hi, Ruthie. Get in the car. You ready? Oh, what's the matter, Ruthie?
I think when Dobie and Maynard were sitting for us, they found the test questions. I think they cheated on the exam.
Oh, come on, Ruthie. They look like a couple of nice kids. What makes you say a thing like that?
Dobie got 100 on the test.
Well, it's possible.
And Maynard, too.
Oh, the one with the...
Beard.
Oh, I see what you mean. Well, honey, what are you going to do about it?
There's nothing I can do, except never trust those boys again. And that hurts, darling. Believe me, it hurts.
Mrs. Adams, Mrs. Adams. Mrs. Adams, I gotta tell you something. All last night I couldn't sleep. Not one wink.
Yeah, me too.
And this morning my mother had griddle cakes for breakfast and I couldn't eat. Not one bite.
Yeah, me too.
Out in the hall just now, Thalia kissed me, and even that didn't make me feel good.
Yeah, me too.
Thalia kissed you, too?
No, but I wouldn't have liked it anyhow.
Something on your conscience, boys?
We cheated on the test, Mrs. Adams. We found the questions at your house and looked up the answers.
Yes, ma'am, that's what we did.
Thank you, boys. You've made me very happy.
Huh?
I'll have to flunk you, of course.
This makes you happy?
No, Maynard. What makes me happy is to see my faith justified. I've never been so proud of being a teacher as I am at this moment. Thalia, you should be proud, too. You have a fine, sweet, sensitive, wonderful boy.
Yes, I have a fine, sweet, wonderful, sensitive boy who's never gonna make a dime.
What are you crying for? You wanted the boy to go to Willoughby Hall? Well, he's going. Now, be happy.
I am happy.
You think you can manage a little smile? Here he is.
Well, I guess this is it.
He'll love it there, Winnie. He'll meet a lot of wonderful people. He'll get buddy-buddy with his rich roommate and go to all those fancy places. Oh, he's gonna have a fine time.
Hey, go, good buddy. I just couldn't do it. I mean, I couldn't let you go without me. So I played my record player all night long till my old man threw in the towel.
You mean...
Yeah, I'm going to Willoughby Hall, too.
Hey, great.
Yeah, but wait to hear the zinger. I call the guy in charge. What do you call him? Warden.
Dean.
Like that. And you and me, buddy, are roommates. No.
Oh, no, Willoughby Hall. That's what this is going to be. Your roommate, you go right upstairs and I'm going to the store, so this could be your roommate. Out! Out! I'm hurt! I'm hurt! You'll laugh,
Boy, have I messed everything up.
How good, buddy?
How? Number 1, I flunked math. Number 2, I missed out on going to Willoughby Hall and making all those contacts. 3, I lost Thalia.
Yeah, but you still got me for your buddy-buddy.
No offense, Maynard, that was number 4. 5.
Once a gal was dreamy, Dobie. Once a gal was creamy, Dobie. Once a gal to call his own. Is she blonde? Is she tall? Is she dark? Is she small? Is she any kind of dreamboat at all? No matter, he's hers and hers alone. 'Cause Dobie has to have a girl to call his own. Once a gal was dreamy, Dobie. Once a gal was creamy, Dobie. Once a gal to call his own. Is she blonde? Is she tall? Is she dark? Is she small? Is she any kind of dreamboat at all? No matter, he's hers and hers alone. Dobie.
There used to be a lot of pigeons in this park. Now there's only one. Me. I've been sitting here 2 hours waiting for a girl. Thalia Manager. Girl? What am I saying? She's not a girl, she's a cash register. I've had it. 2 hours is long enough to wait for anybody. I'm going to give her just exactly 1 more hour. If she isn't here by then, I'm through.
There he is, Chatsworth. I'll get rid of him in a hurry.
See that you do.
Yes, Chatsworth.
Quickly, I haven't got all day.
Thalia,
Don't
my
be.
love.
I'm sorry I'm late. But
Late?
something
You're not late.
unexpected
Come
came
sit down.
up, you
Yeah, I
see.
can see that.
And,
Well, never mind. Come sit down.
Well, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I can't.
Why not?
Because I'm going out with him.
But you've got a date with me.
I know, Dobie, and I wouldn't dream of breaking it if it weren't for something important.
Like what?
Him.
Well, what's Chatsworth Osborne Jr. got that I haven't got?
Chatsworth Osborne Sr.
But he's too old for you. He's 22 if he's a day.
I know, but he's so dominating.
You mean rich?
How many times must I tell you that it's not money that really counts, it's strength I want.
Well, I can lift my own weight.
I mean strength of personality. You see, money is just a symptom, but strength is it.
Uh-huh.
You see, and it's the positive positive thinking and power and domination in any relationship between a man and a woman. You see, one partner must dominate. Now tell the truth, Dobie. Could you dominate me?
Well, I certainly can. Sit down. Sit down. Won't you sit down, please, Thalia, baby, honey?
Goodbye, Dobie.
Yeah, how about tonight?
No.
You're going with him, huh?
But I can't help that he's dominating.
But he's too old for you. Fool, don't you realize that when you're 25, he'll be 30?
Goodbye.
All right, goodbye. Goodbye forever. This is the end.
Sorry I took so long to...
Sorry, a fat lot of good that does.
Can I call you tonight?
Can I carry your racket?
No, very well.
Oh.
Good riddance. Good riddance. I'm better off without you anyhow. I need you like I need oxygen, food, water, light.
We won't be long, Dobie. We're going down to the bank.
Yeah, we're going down to the bank to sign a note to borrow some money to buy a new truck so I can go out and deliver groceries and make a living to keep you strong and healthy so you can go out and chase girls while I go out and drive the truck. Here, put this on.
No, I don't need it, Dad.
Put on the apron. This isn't a lending library, you know. It's a grocery store. Now put it on.
He doesn't need to put on the apron, Herbert. Stop bullying the boy.
He can put it on for 15 minutes.
Oh, okay, Dad, if it'll make you happy.
I don't ask to be happy. All I ask is that you wait on any customers that come in and put the money in the cash register, which reminds me. I'm leaving you 5 singles and $3 in change.
You think you didn't trust your own son?
I'm trusting him with $8. I'm trusting him if he makes a sale to ring it up on the cash register. And if he don't, I'll break every bone in his head.
No, Herbert.
Blow, blow, blow. Blow up, sea winds, along Paumanok's shore. I wait and I wait till you blow my mate to me. Oh, past, oh life, oh songs of joy. In the air, in the woods, over fields. Love, 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 love. But my love no more with me. We together no more. Oh, failure, failure. Oh, hi. Your homework. Walt Whitman, he was a poet.
When lilacs last in the dooryard bloom.
You like him too?
A sublime master of the muse.
Me too. I think he's the most.
Ah, I mourn his passing. He was one of my dearest friends.
You're kidding. You don't look that old.
Dad, my boy, an exercise in the power of magnetic thought.
Oh.
Professor Dobkin, MPS. Initials stand for Master of Parapsychological Science.
Oh.
I do not boast. I merely present my credentials.
Pleased to meet you, Professor. I'm Dobie Gillis.
Dobie Gillis.
Uh-huh.
D-O-B-I-E, capital D, 1B, capital G, 2 L's and an S.
Yeah.
Very good. Congratulations, my boy. A splendid name.
Thanks, but I didn't pick it.
5 consonants, 6 vowels. A wonderful combination.
Yeah.
But if I may suggest, I would add a capital K. Dobie K. Gillis.
What for?
Well, you see, the K is the symbolic balance between the D and the G.
Oh.
I explain all this in my lecture. You've heard my lecture, of course.
Oh, no, sir, but I'd sure like to. When is it?
Well, I'm not quite sure. You see, I haven't been able to find a hall. Temporary lack of funds. Just temporary, you understand.
Oh, well, I understand lack of funds.
But in the meantime, you could be studying my books.
What books?
In this case, Dobie K., I have the wisdom of the ages.
Yeah?
But wisdom, my boy, is power. Power can be evil as well as good. How do I know that you wouldn't use this power to amass a fortune for yourself or sway to your will the multitudes of women who could not resist your personal magnetism?
Women? Dominate women? Girls, too?
Oh, girls would be your abject slave.
The briefcase, Professor. Open the briefcase.
This handsome deluxe edition in all leather binding together with the free encyclopedia in 10 volumes is published by none other than the Society for the Promulgation of Parapsychological Science under the copyright of the government of the United States of America. It sells regularly for $187.50, hardly the cost of publication.
Well, I can see it's a bargain, Professor.
You know, Dobie K., I wouldn't sell you this set, not even if you begged me.
No? Why not?
Oh, my boy, you're not ready for it.
No?
But I'll tell you what I will do.
What?
If you'll promise to study.
Oh, I promise.
I will let you have volume 1 in this paperback edition for the ridiculous sum of $2. $2.99.
Yeah, 99 cents. Here you go, Professor.
Thank you, my boy. Thank you.
The 10 golden rules to success. Yeah, well, where's the part about the women?
It's all in the book, my boy. It's all in the book.
The Earth is a vast terrestrial magnet pulsing with the forces of cosmic derivation. Professor, I don't understand one word of it.
It's all so simple, Dobie K. What is the power, my boy, that turns this Earth? What is that vast power? Did I hear you say electrical magnetism? Right. Under your feet are vast magnetic currents. Now, all you have to do is to connect your personality with that vast magnetic power.
Oh, I'd like to. How do I do that?
It's so simple, Dobie K. It's all in the book.
Yeah.
Now, in order to connect yourself with that vast magnetic power and make your personality absolutely cosmically irresistible, Dobie K. Gillis, born
December 12th.
December the 12th, must stand, let me see, yes. Yes. 2 degrees south of north by northeast, right there.
You mean I just stand like this and I can dominate girls?
No, Dobie K. You must place the dominee.
Dominee?
The person you're going to dominate in the receptive listening position.
What's that?
Well, in your case, it would be, let me see, you were born when?
December
the
12th.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, in your case, it would be, yes. Let me see, 45 degrees south by north. Right here.
You mean I can dominate you now?
Yes. I'm your utter slave. Commander.
I don't know.
But just tell me to do anything at all.
Raise your right hand. Wow.
Anything else?
Yeah. Raise your left hand. Oh, boy, wait till I get that failure manager.
Aren't you going to release me, Dobie?
Oh, yeah. Put him down.
Be careful how you use that magnetic power, my boy.
Chatsworth?
Yes, I'm glad you made it. Look, we're not going out tonight.
We had a date.
Look, don't you hear well? I said we're not going out tonight.
Why?
Thalia, baby, you wanted a dominant male, didn't you?
Yes.
And what does a dominant male do?
He dominates.
That's right, he dominates. Does he apologize?
No.
Does a dominant male explain?
No.
Does he come crawling?
No.
All right, let's bear that in mind, shall we? I don't explain, I don't apologize, and I don't come crawling. I told you we weren't going out tonight, and that's all you need to know. I'm a dominant male. Got it?
Oh, the nerve of some people.
Stand up!
What
You are not going out tonight with Chatsworth Osborne Jr. You are going out with me.
All right.
You mean you will?
I said I would.
Well. Raise your right hand.
Boy, are you kooky. Pick me up at 7.
I could have made her raise her right hand if I'd wanted to. It's just, I don't like to abuse this new magnetic power.
Oh, my, you look nice, dear.
Thanks, Mom. I've got a date with Thalia.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yes, it is.
Wonderful? It's marvelous. You make me proud and happy, son. And tonight, while I'm in that back room unpacking that load of canned goods, every once in a while I'll stop and I'll say to myself, my son has a date with Thalia Menninger.
Nah, Dad, you're okay. You're my kind of guy.
I'd like to be your kind of guy, but somebody's got to work around here.
Dobie K. Gillis, just the man I was looking for.
Yeah, and I've been looking for you too, Professor. That magnetic power, it's the greatest.
Magnetic? You mean you made it work?
I just got myself a date with Thalia Menninger is all.
Splendid. Well, in that case, you'll be ready to purchase volume 2.
Oh, I'm ready, Professor, but I haven't any money.
None?
Not a penny, no.
Oh, that's rather unfortunate. I was wrong.
But I'd sure like to come to your lecture and learn some more of this magnetic jazz. Say, have you booked a hall yet?
Not yet, I'm afraid. You see, I'm in rather the same difficulty you are.
Oh, no lewd, huh?
Well, just temporary, you understand.
I understand.
I could find a hall somewhere, even a small one, and set up my pitch. This will range from my lecture. I'll soon be rolling in wealth.
Yeah. Gee, Professor, I wish I could help you, but...
Can, Dobie, you can.
How? Just name it.
Maybe you could persuade your father to let me have his grocery store tomorrow.
I don't know. He doesn't persuade very easy.
The grocery store would be ideal. You see, we could serve little snacks and things
Snacks? My father will kill me.
Dobie, you of all people know how important it is that I spread my message to the world.
I know.
Can't you get your father out of the grocery store just for tomorrow night?
Well, how?
Well, get him to go to the movies.
Oh, I don't... Say, maybe I could use my new magnetic power. Make him go to the movies. Sure, I can do it.
I don't think I would if I were you, Dobie.
Dobie? Dobie K. Remember, I'm attuned to the greatest force in nature. I can feel the cosmic energy coursing through my body. Professor, my father will be at the movies tomorrow night. Count on it.
Take my advice and have a little more experience. Read volume 2. I hope there's a train out of town tomorrow night.
Well, another day, another dollar. Winnie, let's you and I go upstairs and take off our shoes, sit down and watch television, huh?
No.
No what?
No television.
What's wrong with television?
There is nothing wrong with television, but you and I are going out tonight. People who stay home night after night stagnate.
You have been reading those women's magazines again.
Never you mind what I've been reading. We are going out to the movies tonight.
Not me, baby. I am going upstairs and stagnate.
Herbert, I won't let you. Whether you like it or not, I am going to broaden your cultural base.
At the movies?
No arguments. We are going to the movies, and that's final.
Okay, but you don't argue fair.
Dad, turn this way, will you?
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
Oh, I'm putting you in the susceptible listening position.
What?
Just a little more. That's fine. Now listen carefully. You are going to the movies tonight.
Okay, I'm going to the movies. Well, everybody get off my back.
Welcome, everybody. Only then will you be able to purchase this handsome set for your permanent library, all books personally autographed by the author.
Hey, Dobie. Got any more of these potato chips?
Oh, yes, madame.
Let me read to you the table of contents. Chapter 1, diet and exercise and the power of magnetic thought. 2, love, the cosmic influence. 3, men, women, and... No, I see we're a mixed audience here. I will leave you to read the table of contents for yourselves, ladies and gentlemen.
Dobie, the first ones were saltier. Haven't you got any of them left?
You had to broaden my cultural base.
But why leave in the middle of a feature?
Some feature, the monster who devoured Cleveland.
Well, I thought it was, different.
Well, it was different. The monster devoured Cleveland in one go. Not section by section or suburb by suburb. No, he ate up the whole city in one big mouthful. Oh, and those kids in the audience smooching and lollygagging all over the place. That wasn't a theater we were in. That was the Tunnel of Love.
Now, Herbert.
I don't have the key upstairs. We'll have to go through this door. And when they weren't smooching, they're eating peanuts, popcorn, chewing gum, potato chips. I felt like I was sitting in the middle of a delicatessen counter.
Well, they have a right to eat.
Only after you have finished reading.
It's all right. Dobie's here.
You're a little late, folks, but come in. You're welcome.
Dobie, get rid of these freeloaders and I'm going to take care of you.
No, Dad.
What?
Dad, don't make me put you in the susceptible listening position.
What? Don't make a scene, dear. These people are our customers.
Herbert Gillis, you will be quiet. You will let these people stay here because I, Dobie K. Gillis, command you to.
Okay.
Good.
This fine young man will now pass among you. If you feel weak, debilitated, badly used and put upon,
Would anyone
simply
care to buy a
give
copy
this
of
young man a paltry sum of $3.99, and the key to success is yours. Read it, ladies and gentlemen.
Mom, buy a book, please. Please buy a book. The Power of Magnetic Thought, only $3.99. Please buy it, Mom.
This
Please,
is nothing to
please, please. Oh, thank you,
Winnie.
Thank you.
Why?
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much. Now, how about the rest of you ladies? You husbands, doesn't happiness mean more to you than the insignificant sum of $3.99? Ladies, what can you buy for $3.99? cold cream, face powder, lipstick. Ah, foolish ladies. In this book, you will find the beauty secrets of Cleopatra, the siren of the Nile. Cleopatra didn't have a beauty shop to go to, yet she knew how to reduce the mighty Caesar to helpless idiocy and make the great Mark Antony her devoted slave. And how about you gentlemen, you pale, puny men? Wouldn't you like to increase your vitality, win new friends, find better jobs, get rid of those pot bellies, all for the insignificant sum of $3.99? Well, what are you waiting for? Get your copy now.
Sheer genius, Dobie K. Never in my life have I seen such a demonstration of magnetic power.
Now listen, you old fraud, you.
Dad, what are you saying?
You shut up. I didn't mind it so much when you were just an ordinary bum, but now you're a swindler, too.
Swindler? Why, magnetic power is a force that rules the world itself. Why, how do you think I got a date with Thalia last night? Not only last night, but tonight, tomorrow night, and the night after that. And how do you think I got you to go to the movies?
Now, I don't know how you got the date with Thalia, chloroform probably, but you did not get me to go to the movies. Your mother did.
No, Dad. I put you in the susceptible listening position.
Dude.
No, dear. Getting your father to go to the movies was my idea. It was all arranged before you came in.
It was?
Hello? Yeah, he's here. It's for you, Sven Galley.
Hello?
Hello, Dobie. Thalia. I'm not going to go out with you this evening.
But you promised.
I know, but Chatsworth Osborne Jr. just dropped in.
Oh.
So I won't be seeing you tonight.
Oh.
Or tomorrow night, or the next night, or the next night.
Chatsworth Osborne Jr.?
I'm sorry, Dobie. But what can I do? He's a dominant male.
Yeah. Professor, all that stuff about magnetic power, it's not true, is it?
All right, tell him.
Your father's right, Dobie K. It's a fake, all of it. I'm sorry.
Thanks a lot.
My book's a fake, Dobie K, but you are not. Forget all that nonsense about magnetic forces. Your power is in yourself. I saw it at work tonight. Believe me, son, sincerity like yours doesn't come along very often. That's your power, Dobie K, the truth inside of you.
Just a minute. What are you selling now?
I'm not selling anything. I'm buying. I'm buying wisdom from this beardless youth. You taught me a lesson tonight, son. You taught yourself one, too. Believe in yourself and the world is yours.
Well, maybe you got something there.
I've got everything there. You'll get what you want in this life, Dobie, because you're true and loyal and honest. Have faith in yourself, my boy. Truth is the greatest power of all, and you've got it. Never doubt it, Dobie. Never.
Juanita, be my own true love.
Oh, that was just great, Chatsworth. Sing another song.
Well, if I feel like it.
Do you?
Yes, I believe I do.
Good.
For my next number, I will do Lord Jeffrey Amherst. It's an Ivy League song, you know.
Oh, Chatsworth.
I'm about to sing.
Oh, Lord Jeffrey Amherst was a soldier of the king, and he came from across the sea.
You!
Me?
Out!
My dear young lout, you know what you're saying?
I'm saying out.
Oh, this is so exciting. Go ahead.
Are you looking for a fight here?
Do you want to fight? I'll fight. Oh, I know you're intercollegiate boxing champ, and I know you'll knock me down. But each time you knock me down, I'll get right up and take another swing at you. And finally, you'll get tired knocking me down, and then I'll knock you down. Because, and hear me good, Chatsworth Osborne Jr., there's no way in the world to beat a man who doesn't care if you kill him. And I don't care, because if I can't have failure, I just as soon be dead. So come on, let's fight.
Well, I think not, Dobie.
Then out.
Just one moment, please. Are you sure you know what you're doing?
Out.
All right, I'm leaving. I just wanted to make sure that you're sure.
About what?
About what you're doing.
I know what I'm doing. I'm fighting for the woman I love.
Oh, yes, that's fine and very noble, I'm sure. But in order to have this woman, you must dominate her. Do you think you can?
Of course I can.
Now stop, Gillis. Stop and look. Is this an ordinary girl?
No.
She certainly isn't.
No.
She's a hardhead.
Now, just a minute.
Oh, hush up. I'm trying to help you. This girl, as I said, is a hardhead. In fact, I'd say she's one of the truly hardheads of our generation. Can you deny that?
No. As a matter of fact, I sort of agree with you.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Now, in order to dominate a head as hard as Thalia's, you must have even a harder head. And no offense, Gillis, but your head is a little soft.
It is?
In fact, a little spongy.
It is?
Now, the trouble with you, Gillis, is that you're basically a decent sort. Colorless, but decent. Simple, good, honest.
Thanks, Chatsworth. I appreciate that.
Well, don't.
Don't what?
Don't appreciate it. I'm giving you bad news. You're a nice guy, Gillis, and nice guys finish last.
Well, what do you mean?
I mean, and let's not split hairs, Thalia is a rat.
Yeah? Yes, she is.
She certainly is.
Mm-hmm.
And in order to dominate her, you've got to be even a bigger rat like me. That's why I'm telling you in all sincerity, leave, Gillis. Leave, run, flee, escape before this monster grinds you up.
Chatsworth, I thank you for your good advice, which I am not taking.
She's a monster.
Yes, she is. She's a monstrous monster. But I have heart and trust and faith, and I believe in myself. And I believe I can dominate Thalia. And if I believe I can, by George, I can. So take your mandolin and get out of here.
Ukulele.
Out!
Dobie, you are so dominant.
You're so rotten. Listen, if you want to be my girl, you'd better mend your ways, because I'm decent and loyal and true, and I'm not wasting my time with anybody who isn't worthy of it.
Yes, Dobie, darling Dobie.
Also, I'm thirsty.
My dominant man. I'll go make you some lemonade.
Yeah, and be quick about it.
Okay.
A new dress, every 6-8 months, a new dress. Oh, come here. You stand over there, Winnie. There. You are now in the susceptible listening position. Raise your right hand. Raise your left hand. Raise both. No. I am now completely dominating you, ain't I?
Yes.
You are completely within my power, aren't you?
Yes.
You do not want a new dress.
No.
Okay.
I got one yesterday.
Dobie, once a gal was dreamy. Dobie, once a gal was creamy. Dobie, once a gal to call his own. Is she blonde? Is she tall? Is she dark? Is she small? Is she any kind of dream or at all? No matter, he's hers and hers alone. 'Cause Dobie has to have a girl to call his own. Once a gal was dreamy, Dobie. Once a gal was creamy, Dobie. Once a gal to call his own. Is she blonde? Is she tall? Is she dark? Is she small? Is she any kind of dreamboat at all? No matter, he's hers and hers alone. Dobie.
I don't like to brag, but I'm really a pretty unusual guy. I mean, you take lots of guys in their 20s or even in their 30s. They're still floundering around looking for their life's work. Not me. I've known for years what my life's work is. Girls. And for years I haven't been able to get a girl. That's what I meant when I said I was pretty unusual. It isn't every day you see a 17-year-old failure. Well, not altogether a failure. There's Zelda Gilroy. She's the one girl, I use the term loosely, that I can get.
Dobie, I'm yours.
Zelda, let me put this to you as kindly as possible. You're a wonderful girl, but you
Just wait till I fill out.
Who can live so long?
Oh, don't worry. The way I've been eating lately, it could happen any minute.
Zelda.
Come on, Dobe, get me something to eat.
Zelda, you're interrupting.
I'm sorry.
Okay, now, where was I?
You were saying I was wonderful.
Oh, no, Zelda.
Now I think you're wonderful too, Dobie.
Zelda. Will you stop that nose bit?
You did it right back.
Look, I keep telling you, it's a reflex. Like when somebody yawns. You yawn too. But watch.
Well?
Well, normal people do. Do you think you can be quiet?
I don't know. I can try.
Well, try hard. Now, as I was saying, you're a wonderful girl, loaded with personality and drive. And I'm sure there's lots of guys who'd love to have you. I can't for the moment think who, but I'm sure there's lots.
Name 3.
Well?
No, Dobie, let's stop dreaming. I mean, do you really think I'd be chasing you if anybody else wanted me? I mean, anybody. But beggars can't be choosers, and it looks like you're it, pal. You know, if you face facts, you'd see that you haven't got any choice either. Nobody'll have you but me.
Zelda, I don't want to be unkind, but I never saw your picture in anybody's locker.
My point exactly. You see, Dobie, there are 2 kinds of people in this world, the haves and have-nots. You and I are have-nots. So let's at least have something, each other.
But I don't love you.
Of course. What's to love? But you will eventually. I mean, when something's yours, you gotta love it.
Look, I've got a bunion on my big toe. It's mine, but I don't love it.
Enough conversation. I gotta get started on my filling out. Let's eat.
You know I have no money.
This won't cost you a cent.
Free food?
And the best in town.
Free?
Come on.
Free?
Enough butter, okay? Look, you've got butter on your bread, you got butter on your meat, you got butter on your potatoes, you got butter on your butter. Do you have to have butter on your dress?
Speaking of dresses, dear.
No.
But I need one.
What for?
I have to go downtown tomorrow to buy some clothes, and I haven't got a thing to wear.
You're buying a dress to go buy dresses in?
Of course, dear.
Now listen to me. Tomorrow I'm going to the Citizens National Bank to borrow $5,000. I'm going like this. Am I first going to the household finance to borrow money, to buy a suit, to go to the bank in?
Are you, dear?
Hello. Who's that?
It's Dobie Gillis, Dad. I brought him home to dinner. Dobie, take my place.
Well, how do you do, Dobie?
How do you do?
That is just what I needed, another mouth to feed.
Oh, don't worry, Dad. Dobie's gonna marry me.
Yeah.
Sit down! Look out for that one. She's all over with butter.
Sir?
Let's get one thing straight. You are not moving in with us. Is that clear?
Wouldn't dream of it.
Okay, you have my blessing. Eat it.
But, dear, don't you think Zelda's a little young to be getting married?
No. Any further questions?
Sir?
Well, where are they going to live?
Oh, I've got it all figured out, Mom. Dobie's dad owns a grocery store.
Over on 9th and Main? Mm-hmm. I know the place. I know the old man, too. Red-headed guy. Kind of a nut.
That's him.
You know Dobie Gillis, huh?
Well, I figure you can't starve to death in a grocery store.
That's smart thinking, daughter. Well, at least I got one winner out of this litter. Now, we'll talk about the dowry.
Dad, girls give the dowry.
All right, I'll waive the dowry. Who cares about money anyway? Love's all that counts. And Zelda, if you and this
Dobie
love each other, I am proud to welcome him into the family. And let me take...
Went that
Nita, Juanita, be my own true love.
Wonderful. How dreamy. How devou.
Yes, it was rather, wasn't it?
Oh, you gotta be kidding, Daddy. Move over. Make room for some jazz.
Hey, now.
Hey, Big Daddy.
Chatsworth Osborne Jr. He's got all the luck.
What luck? He ain't got luck. He's got girls.
What could be luckier?
Dobe, I keep telling you, girls are like no good.
What could be better?
They spend your money.
I don't have any.
And they like lying to you.
I don't care.
And they hit you.
Maybe you, not me.
Fine thing. Eat and run, and out the back door yet. Are you all right, Dobie?
Fine, Zelda. Maynard, help me up. Maynard, the telephone bit.
Affirmative.
Are you sure you're all right, Dobie?
Oh, fine, Zelda, fine. Now cut that out!
Hello? Hello, is Zelda Gilroy like there?
Who's this?
This is Dad Gilroy. I'm like her father.
You sound a little young to be a father.
Yeah, don't I? Down at the lodge, they call me boy father. Come on, get logging, man. Go fetch a chick. It's like urgent.
Okay, Maynard. Zelda, telephone for you. Says he's your father.
But Dad doesn't know that I'm...
Must be urgent, Zelda.
That's what he said, like urgent.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Hello? Hello? Hello, Dad? Hello?
Good thinking, Doe.
It's only temporary. No matter where I go, this girl will find me.
You bet.
Oh, boy, that's Zelda.
Say that again.
Oh, boy, that's Zelda.
Maynard.
I really appreciate the way you're working around here, and I especially appreciate how you won't take any money for it. But do you have to call me Father Gillis?
Get used to it, Father Gillis. That boy is mine. Watch.
Zelda, dear.
Yes, Mother Gillis?
I know how devoted you are to Dobie, but isn't he a little young for any kind of permanent arrangement?
Nonsense. Physically, he's at his peak. Mentally, he's already past it. He does seem to get a little dumber every day.
Oh, that he does, don't he?
Herbert.
I'm sorry, Winnie. Zelda, Mother Gillis, Mrs. Gillis is right. You kids are a little young to be thinking about getting married. How are you going to live?
I've got it all figured out, Father Gillis. We're moving in with you.
Oh, no. Oh, no, you don't. A man works and sweats and slaves his whole life for one thing. Just one. So his kids will grow up and get married and get out of the house and get off his back. You are not moving in here, girl. In fact, you are leaving right now. And that goes for you, too. Out! Out!
When will you Gillises realize that Dobie only has one chance in this world, and that chance is me? You poor dear fools.
Poor Zelda. She's so wound up. Why does Dobie have to get involved with a girl like that? Why, he could have any girl.
Oh, you're so right, Winnie. All over the world, there are millions of girls just looking for a guy who won't work, won't study, and don't have a penny in his pocket. Oh, he's a great catch, that boy. Just like a case of mumps.
What do you like thinking, Doe?
I'm thinking about giving Zelda a convertible.
Crazy. Hey, you crazy?
You figure if Zelda had a new convertible, guys like Chatsworth Osborne Jr. would give her a big rush?
If she had a convertible, I would myself.
Sure. Now, what else would make a girl, even Zelda Gilroy, attractive to guys? God, I'm going to give her a swimming pool, too.
Doe, how are you going to give Zelda a swimming pool in a convertible?
Maynard, you're going to help me.
Oh.
And while
Hey, you crazy?
We're going to make Zelda an heiress. We're going to give her old man a big fortune from some rich millionaire uncle, like his Uncle Max, rest his soul.
What Uncle Max?
Maynard, we're going to plant a rumor.
A genius. That's what you are, Doe. A teetotal, genuine genius.
Yeah. Hey, look who's coming. It's fate.
Hi, Chatsworth. Hi, Al. Girls.
Hey, you fellas heard the latest?
Quiet, blabbermouth.
I thought we were going to keep this to ourselves.
That'll be all, girls.
Yes.
Well, hi, chaps. What is the latest?
Well, what? Well, I suppose if you promise to keep your trap shut, yes.
No, you're kidding. Old man Gilroy.
$1 million?
It's tax-free.
And a brand new sporty red convert.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she'll buy it from your old man, Al, if you don't prefer foreign cars.
And a swimming pool?
A beautiful kidney-shaped pool with underwater lights, yes. Uh-huh.
They're just making it up.
Yeah, sure. That's right, fellas. A big joke. But you were too smart for it. Yeah.
So it is true.
Skinny Zelda Gilroy?
Al, baby, you're speaking of the woman I love.
Yeah. Me too. I gotta hand it to you, Dobe. Well, I mean, when some fellas get an idea in the head, it like goes round and round in circles. But with you, it's different.
I know.
When you get an idea in your head, it goes right to the point.
Thanks, Maynard. More or less.
Yeah, but that Junior Osborne cat's like loaded. Why'd he like flip when we tell him sell to hit pay dirt?
Ah, that was my master stroke. You see, Maynard, the reason Chatsworth is suddenly so interested in her is because now he thinks they both got money. It's like, who does a man like, say, Mr. Vanderbilt marry?
Mrs. Vanderbilt.
Who was she before she was Mrs. Vanderbilt?
Same chick.
Maynard, follow me now. People with money search out other people with money. They stay in their own class, in their own social and economic group.
Like horses?
Yeah, horses.
Yeah. Take a rich boy horse that just won the Kentucky Derby. You don't find him hacking around with some broken-down lady horse who's been slogging through life with a milk wagon.
That's right, Maynard. Crude, but right.
And cars.
Now,
them big high-power jobs. Would they be caught dead in the same showroom with a low-price 3?
No, now...
Yeah, cows. With a blue-blooded heifer mingle so...
Maynard, please! Enough. Now, the main thing is that a fellow like Chatsworth Osborne, Jr. is always afraid girls are after him for his money. But now he figures he's got no reason to be scared of Zelda.
Even pigs! A pedigreed hog! The whole principle's like very obvious.
Maynard, thank you for showing me the big picture.
Anytime.
Now, look, Chatsworth will take Zelda off my hands because we're working on an infallible theory. Rich attracts rich.
Rich attracts like poor, too.
True.
Come to think of it, rich attracts like everybody.
Come to think of it, I just hope Zelda attracts like somebody. Like
anybody.
Yeah.
No. And stop phoning me here. And you stop pestering me on the street. In short, Chatsworth Osborne, Jr., drop dead.
Chatsworth Osborne, Jr.? Look, first you tell off Alfred Wilson, whose father has the biggest auto agency in town. Now the son of the president of the bank where I'm trying to float a loan. You get on that phone, call him back, tell him you'll date.
I will not. I'm Dobie's girl.
You get on that phone.
If that's anyone besides my darling Dobie Gillis, you tell him to drop dead.
Zelda, listen to me, please. There are 6 of you. You are the oldest. You have got to go first, and soon. So get on that phone.
Hello? You Dobie Gillis and drop dead. Who? Oh. Dad is for you. It's from the bank. Mr. Osborne, Sr.
If that Mr. Osborne tells you I have to date his son, you tell him I'll run away from home first.
Yes.
Hello there, Mr. Gilroy. How are you?
Fine, thanks. How are you, Mr. Osborne, sir?
Are you very busy, sir?
What?
Are you too busy to talk about your loan?
No, I don't mind talking about the loan now.
Well, if you can see your way clear.
Would you just let me take the phone into the next room, please?
What am I, some kind of chattel or something? If you're going to just sell me like some horse or some cow.
His son wants to date you, and he wants to give your father that bank loan. All of a sudden. Why? Why all of a sudden should such strange things happen to us? Why would Chatsworth Osborne Jr. and Alfred Wilson want to date you?
Because I'm gorgeous, that's why.
Strange things have been happening all day long. In the market, on the street, in the laundromat. People I hardly know stop me and ask me when we're going to Paris. Paris?
We all going to the funeral, Ma, or just you and Daddy?
Funeral.
Uncle Max's.
Uncle Max? We don't have any Uncle Max.
Daddy's Uncle Max. Why, sure, all the kids in school say he's the one that left us all that money.
What money? Which money? We don't have any Uncle Max.
Not anymore. He died.
In Paris, France.
Yes, I sure will. Drop in on you first thing tomorrow morning. See you.
What's going on around here? Is everybody crazy, or is it just me?
Imagine, last year when I asked for a loan, he practically threw me out of his office. He said all I had for assets are a lot of dollars, most of them unpaid for, and now he is begging me to take twice as much. I want to enlarge that shop. I'll put in 3 or 4 lathes. We'll double the volume. Rich. We're going to be rich.
You sold me your own flesh and blood. What are we, some kind of savages in the jungle? If you think I'm going to date that Chatsworth drip just because his father gave you some...
What is she talking about?
You tell me and then tell me when we all rush out for passports.
Passports?
We'll have to bury him, won't we? The least we can do after he left us all that money.
What money? I don't have the money yet. I'm going to see him tomorrow morning to draw up the paper. Anyhow, why would I want to bury him?
You never tell me anything until the last minute. I never even knew you had an uncle. Poor man.
Poor Uncle Max.
You're not going without us, are you?
Where?
To the funeral.
In Paris, France.
If you think I'm going to let you go to Paris alone...
Have you been under that dryer at your hairdresser's again?
What's my hairdresser got to do with
Now, look,
it?
Amy, one of these days you're going to sit under that dryer too long and you're going to broil your brains for good. Now, late Uncle Max. Who's late Uncle Max?
Yours, the one who just died.
In Paris, France.
And left you all that money.
Me? I didn't inherit any money. I've been trying to... What have you been telling people?
About what?
About Uncle Max, that's what.
Then you do have an Uncle Max.
I do not have an Uncle Max. I meant, what has she been saying? Now, you know what kind of an imagination she's got. What has she been making up now?
I haven't made up anything. I haven't said anything to anybody. It's other people have been saying things to me. Nutty stuff, like I'm getting a new car for my next birthday. Or I'm going to Europe to finish finishing school. Or how soon is our swimming pool going to be finished?
Painful! We're going to have a swimming pool. How lovely. When do we begin?
What?
Painful!
Swimming pool.
Using what for money?
Painful!
Now, don't be silly.
Well, if we can't go to Paris, France, why can't we at least have a swimming pool? Yeah, we could swim in it.
The whole family could enjoy a swimming pool.
I cannot afford a pool.
But you're getting a loan from the bank.
The loan is for the shop, not a pool.
But don't you see, dear, it would be an investment.
In what? Water?
In your daughter's future. With a pool, there'd always be plenty of boys around. You're the one who keeps worrying they'll never find husbands. Well, what better way to bring men around? And someday, when they're all married, the pool will still be here, and you and I can swim in it.
No. Okay. Okay.
Swimming pool.
Hi, Mom. Dad.
Like hi.
Hello, dear.
What you got to eat, Mom?
There are sandwiches upstairs.
What kind?
If you don't like our sandwiches, why don't you eat at home?
Oh, they're worse.
This one he keeps. Zelda, he threw back.
Zelda? What about Zelda?
Nothing, dear. It's just that we haven't seen her around lately.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, isn't it wonderful?
Well, I don't know. We found Zelda rather interesting.
A great little gal.
Zelda?
What's the matter with you? Are you allergic or something to money?
Oh, hey, how do you like that, Maynard? They heard the rumor.
Ain't that a gas?
What rumor, dear?
Oh, about Zelda's Uncle Max and the money and the swimming pool and all that.
Well, of course we've heard it. Everybody's heard it.
The swimming pool is a rumor.
Sure, Maynard and I made the whole thing up.
Dobie did most of it.
Rumor. Trucks have been going by here all day long.
Trucks?
Dump trucks loaded with dirt.
From Zelda's house.
Where they are digging a swimming pool.
But we made it all up.
About Uncle Max and like that.
Well, make up an Uncle Max for me, will you? Maybe he'll drop dead and leave me a supermarket.
Well, well, well. Look who's here. Hello, Zelda, darling. How are you?
Oh, yes. How are you, Zelda, darling?
Oh, swell.
Hello, Mrs. Gillis, Mr. Gillis.
What do you mean, Mrs. Gillis? This is Mother Gillis, and me, too. I'm Father Gillis.
Father Gillis?
What is all this?
Some private joke, I expect. Oh, this is my friend, Chatsworth Osborne, Jr.
Oh, my goodness, we know Chatsworth.
I certainly know his father, too. In fact, I'm down at the bank all the time.
Oh, yes. Overdrawn Gillis.
What can I do for you, Zelda?
Oh, please send over some root beer, ginger ale, marshmallows, frankfurters, buns, and, well, you know, everything for a splash party.
Just leave it to Father Gillis.
Thank you, that'll be all.
Oh, wait, you know our son.
Dobie?
Oh, yes. Hello there.
Hello there. 3 days ago, you were going to throw yourself up the bell tower if Dobie didn't kiss you. Now it's hello there. Since when did you get so big?
Since Uncle Max.
You ain't got an Uncle Max.
So how come I have a swimming pool?
Goodbye, chaps.
Oh, I gotta
Kill that boy?
That's right.
Me too.
I don't get it. You get it because I don't get it.
No.
Me neither.
We made up Uncle Max. You were right there.
Yeah. Dobe, you don't suppose we really made up an Uncle Max? I mean, we made up an Uncle Max who really was. I mean, like an Uncle Max really. Ooh. I mean, like the science fiction pictures, you know, where they like imagine something and it like really happens. Ooh, I get like chills. You know, I mean...
Maynard, I know what you mean, and it's ridiculous.
Oh, don't be too sure, Dobe. There's a lot of things in this world that can't be explained.
Maynard.
Take electricity.
I may take electricity later. Right now, I'm going to take my swimming trunks.
Where?
To Zelda's pool. If I made it up, I may as well swim in it. Well, hi, Zelda. Chatsworth pal.
When do we get to go in the pool?
Yeah.
When we get Zelda married off. And you two, we'll wait till we get those two married off. Then when we get you two married off,
Swimming pool.
14, 15 years yet.
Hi, Mr. Gilroy, Mrs. Gilroy, kids. Yeah, I hope you don't mind. I think I'll just change into my trunks.
Where do you think you're going?
Swimming. Zelda invited me.
When?
Well, generally, that is. You see, I'm Dobie Gillis. Hi, Zelda. Zelda. I'm Dobie Gillis.
Oh, yeah, tough.
I guess she didn't recognize me. I'll just go tell her again who I am.
Hold it!
But I'm Dobie Gillis. Zelda was going to marry me, remember?
I remember good. Now, look, we could get without a swimming pool. With an investment like this, buddy, we are after bigger game.
You do understand, Dobie?
Yes, ma'am. Goodbye.
Well, let's see. 14, 15 years till the baby's married, then you and I get the pool. A long time, but it ain't forever.
Darling, a little more than 14 or 15, maybe 18 or 19. Yes, there's going to be another little Gilroy.
I wonder if I'm too old to join the French Foreign Legion.
Hello, Dobie.
What are you doing here?
I love you.
Oh, go swim in your pool with Chatsworth Osborne Jr.
Haven't got a pool.
What do you mean?
Oh, they found out it was all a rumor about Uncle Max and the money, and they repossessed the pool.
Repossess the pool? Zelda, how do you repossess a pool?
I don't know. All I know is I came home from school, it was all gone. The diving board, the water, the lights.
The tile?
Everything.
So it's you and me again, huh?
That's right, Dobie, you and me.
And a hole in the ground.
Once a gal was dreamy, Dobie. Once a gal was creamy, Dobie. Once a gal to call his own. Is she blonde? Is she tall? Is she dark? Is she small? Is she any kind of dream or at all? No matter, he's hers and hers alone. 'Cause Dobie has to have a girl to call his own. Once a gal was dreamy, Dobie. Once a gal was creamy, Dobie. Once a gal to call his own. Is she blonde? Is she tall? Is she dark? Is she small? Is she any kind of dreamboat at all? No matter, he's hers and hers alone. Dobie.
feelings about Thalia Menninger are all mixed up. Sometimes I feel one way, sometimes I feel another. Sometimes I feel both ways at once. Like I say, my feelings are all mixed up. Thalia Menninger's feelings about me, on the other hand, are clear. Crystal clear.
Dobie Gillis, I hate you.
Thalia, you can't mean it.
I certainly do. I hate you.
But why?
Because I love you.
I'm a little confused.
Why, it makes all the sense in the world. Now, what do I want most out of life?
Money.
All right, smart apple.
Somehow this is going to get around to your father's kidney condition. I feel it.
Well, listen, my father worked hard to make me beautiful. Let's take braces, for instance.
By all means, let's take braces.
Now, look at this smile.
Gorgeous.
True, gorgeous. Why, do you know how much money my father spent to put braces on my teeth so I could have a gorgeous smile? Oh, a fortune.
But worth every penny.
Now, look, Dobie, in all conscience, how can I use beautiful, expensive teeth like these to capture a pauper like you? Why, it's ridiculous. The bait is worth more than the fish.
Bait? Fish? Thalia, I'm still a little confused.
No, you'll always be a little confused, and that's why you'll always be a pauper. To get rich, you need a quick, sharp mind, and... well, you're all muddled and mixed up and confused.
But you love me.
And that's why I hate you. Oh, if I didn't love you, I'd be going with someone with a brilliant future. Someone who'd represent a fair return on all the money invested in these teeth and head and this body.
Tough, Thalia. But what are you going to do? We're stuck for each other.
You're stuck, Buster. I'm packing you in.
Thalia, if you give me back that high Y pen once more, you're going to break the catch. And where am I going to get the money to fix it so you can put it on again tomorrow when you take it back?
Now, I told you, Dobie, we are through. Forever. Goodbye.
Thalia! Thalia, you can't be serious. You're kidding, aren't you? Thalia? Yep, she did it. She broke the catch.
Maynard.
Maynard!
Maynard, where do you go when you take off on these strange flights of yours?
Out, man. Far out.
Believe me, Maynard, there's nothing I'd like better than to leave you there. But I'm afraid the law requires you to be here during school hours.
Well, those are the breaks.
Yes, Maynard, fate could have dealt us a better hand. Both of us. You know, I once turned down an opportunity to go into the aluminum siding business. But let us not mourn our fate. Let us accept our lot with a smile.
Yes, sir.
Smile, Maynard. There's a good soldier. Now, Maynard and the rest of the troops, will you kindly turn to page 281? Thalia.
Go away.
Look, Thalia, my high Y pen. I had a chain put on it like a little locket, see?
I'm not interested.
But you love me.
When will you get it through your head that you and I are finished?
I'm delighted to hear you're finished, Maynard. Because I would rather like to begin. And Dobie, will you please apply all your tiny powers of concentration, because I'm about to take up the study of logic. Logic is nothing more nor less than the science of thinking. In other words, it now becomes my task to try to teach you how to think. This looms as one of the bleakest undertakings in the history of education. However...
Mr. Magruder's class. I was told to report to Mr. Magruder's class.
Yes, this is Mr. Magruder's class.
I am Whitney.
How do you do, Miss Whitney?
Not Miss Whitney. Whitney.
Whitney what?
Just Whitney.
No other name.
Oh, I have another name, of course.
Good.
But I never use it.
Oh?
I have to make an impression fast.
You're succeeding totally.
Good. I lack security, you know.
You lack something.
I just moved to town. In the past 4 years, we've lived in 5 different towns. It's because of my father's business that we have to move from town to town.
I see.
He builds bridges. There's oodles of money in bridges.
How very pleasant.
Perhaps, but money won't buy security. Here I am in a new town, a new school. By the time I grow organized in this town, we'll be moving to another one. That is why I must snatch security where I can.
Whitney, I'm sure all of us in this class, in fact, in the entire school, join in wishing you success. Now, would you be good enough to sit down? There's a nice seat here, right in the front row.
Thank you, but I prefer to sit over there.
May one ask why?
I like the looks of that boy. Look at that face. He has no guile. He won't betray me. I need a boy like that for my security.
As I was saying, today we will begin the study of logic, which is the science of thinking itself. As the philosopher Descartes said, I think, therefore I am. Cogito, ergo sum.
Ooh.
Read pages 281 to 293 tonight. We'll begin tomorrow. Right now, I'm going to the psychologist's office and lie down. Class dismissed.
Fellow,
Yes, ma'am?
you'll do. You may go steady with me.
Isn't this a little sudden?
Look at me, fellow. I'm rich, beautiful, and glamorous. To you, I represent the fulfillment of your wildest dreams. To me, you represent security. Why, shilly-shally? Here is my hand.
Just a minute. Just a darn minute. It just so happens that this man is mine.
Yesterday you told me I was a dumbbell.
Which you are.
Oh, yes, you are, fellow.
How come everybody wants him if he's so dumb?
He's a dumbbell, but he's my dumbbell. So keep your cotton-picking hands off.
Well, why don't we let the dumbbell decide for himself?
Because he's too dumb.
Good point.
Now, just a minute. Just a darn minute.
Don't dawdle, fellow. Make up your mind. I need my security in a hurry.
Well, I've got to think.
Yeah, me too.
I love Thalia. Always have.
Yeah, but she keeps dumping you.
But she always comes back.
And dumps you again.
True. Now, Whitney, on the other hand, is rich, beautiful, glamorous.
And kooky.
Well, what would you call Thalia?
Kooky.
Yeah, it's a hard choice, hard. I've got to think it out very carefully. I don't want to make a mistake.
Yeah. I got it, Dobe. Flip a coin.
Oh, you don't have a coin to flip, and you never will. I'm taking you as you are, penniless and dumb.
And so will I. But make up your mind quickly.
Yes, quickly.
Thalia, I'm yours.
Oh, you fool.
Well, my girl, my sweet, steady girl, when will I see you?
No, I don't know. Call me sometime.
Aha, so that's the way it's going to be. Maynard, go catch Whitney.
All right, Dobe.
All right.
Steadies?
Steadies.
Mm-hmm.
When do you want to see me?
Later. And also tonight after supper.
Where do we go?
Well, the fact is, Thalia, I'm
a little short of cash.
Yeah, I thought we might go for
a nice long walk.
Uh-huh.
I can see it all now. Life with Dobie. One nice long walk. Oh.
Hey, Dobe.
Uh-huh.
I got like an idea how you can become a big success by walking.
How?
Become a mailman.
Thanks, Maynard. Mom, would you say I was a dumbbell?
Of course not.
Ask me, boy.
Don't you dare call Dobie a dumbbell.
Dumbbell? Why, there is the smartest kid I ever saw. Never does a lick of work, never opens a school book, sleeps 14 hours a night, chases girls all day. How smart can you get?
Now, Herbert.
He isn't waiting to die to go to heaven, you know. He's having his right now.
Oh, Herbert, that's not fair.
This boy's got it up here. He's really got it. You and I are the dumbbells, working and sweating and suffering.
Oh, I suffer, Dad. These cheeks may be young and unlined, but down deep my soul's etched with scars.
Etched?
Dad, I don't want to criticize, and I know you do your best according to your meager understanding. But, Dad, when a guy comes home from a day out in that hard world, is it too much to expect a little sympathy? Oh, Dad, I know you'll try to do better.
I gotta kill that boy. I just got him.
You gotta understand that boy. That's what you gotta. He really does suffer, you know. He's at the awkward age.
Well, I'm at the awkward age, too. Old arms and old legs and no help from that young, awkward age bum.
Keep shouting, Herbert. That's the way to learn things. Keep shouting.
I'm sorry, Winnie.
That's better. As I was saying, Dobie is at a difficult time of life. He's no longer a boy, and he's not yet a man.
But why isn't he a man? He's as tall as a man. He weighs as much as a man. He walks like a man. He eats like a horse. Why isn't he a man?
Keep shouting.
All right, Winnie, no more shouting, but explain it to me, will you please? Slowly, I'm dumb. I guess that's where the kid gets it.
You're not dumb, Herbert, and neither is Dobie. You're a father and he's a teenager, and you're both acting according to plan.
Who made up this plan?
The good Lord, I guess. Do you really think that Dobie's so different from other teenagers?
You mean they're all like that?
Of course.
Ooh, the mind trembles, kid.
What were you like when you were 17?
Well,
Well,
I was
yes.
like Dobie.
There, you see?
Oh, you're a wise woman, Winnie.
And you're a wise man, Herbert.
Come back.
Wise man, let's get to work.
Okay, wise woman. There's just one thing I still don't understand.
What?
Well, if you're so wise and I'm so wise, how come we got such a dumbbell for a son?
When I picked up Thalia, I thought she was going to be unhappy. In fact, I thought she'd give me the rough side of her tongue. But she was a doll, an angel, so sweet, so happy. I couldn't figure it out. Thalia, I said, why are you so happy?
Because I finally figured out a way to make you a success. Now, do you remember the assignment Mr. Magruder gave us in logic?
No.
Swell. Dobie, logic is the science of thinking.
Uh-huh.
Why, do you know that people can actually be taught to think?
You're kidding.
No, and that's why I'm so happy for you. Why, you don't have to be dumb all your life. Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah, wonderful. Come on, let's walk over to the movie. Sometimes they forget to lock the side door.
Now, just a minute. You're not paying attention. This is the most important thing that ever happened to you. Why, this book here can wake up that sluggish mind of yours.
My mind's
Now,
so sluggish, how am I going to understand all this stuff in the book?
Well, I'll teach you. I'll coach you step by step, bit by bit.
That's all we're going to do?
Until you learn to think. Now, let's get started. Pay close attention. Before we can learn to think properly, we must learn to detect the common fallacies of logic. A fallacy is simply a false argument. Unfortunately, there are a great many fallacies being spread around daily, and most of us have not learned how to distinguish what is false from what is true. Now, until we do, we cannot learn how to think. Therefore, let us turn the cold light of truth on some widespread fallacies. Oh, isn't this exciting, Dobie?
Oh, that's the word, exciting.
Now, first, let us examine the fallacy called dictosimpliciter.
Dictosimpliciter. Hey, catchy title. Bet you Maynard could set it to music.
You rang?
Oh, hi, good buddy. What you doing?
Oh, I was just out picking up some tinfoil.
Oh, say, you know, Maynard's got a ball of tinfoil this big at home.
Oh, no, now it's this big.
Well, what do you do with it?
Oh, I pick it up and put it in a ball.
And then what do you do with it?
Oh, I go out and pick up some more.
Oh, excuse me, I should have known. Goodbye, Maynard.
Yeah, hey, what are you cats doing?
Studying.
Thalia's going to teach me how to think.
Oh, you won't like it.
Maynard, if you don't will be quiet. First, let us examine the fallacy called dictosimpliciter.
Oh, wee, wow, what a beat. Dictosimpliciter, dicky-dicky-doo.
Yeah, I knew he'd love it.
Stop it this minute, or I'm leaving.
Knock it off, Maynard.
First, let us examine the fallacy called dictosimpliciter. Dictosimpliciter means an argument based on unqualified generalization. For example, exercise is good, therefore everyone should exercise.
No, I agree. I think exercise is wonderful.
Yeah, like build your body.
That's why I like nice long walks. They develop your leg muscles. You know, I got the second biggest calves in the whole school.
No
Will
kidding?
you two shut up? Now, the argument is a fallacy. It is not true. Oh, when you say exercise is good, you must qualify it. You see? For some people, exercise is not good. For instance, if you have a heart attack or kidney condition or like that. So you can't just say exercise is good. You must say exercise is usually good or exercise is good for many people. But you must qualify it first, don't you see?
Yeah. I got a question.
Yes?
Who's got the biggest?
Biggest what?
The biggest calves in the whole school.
Oh, Milton. His are bigger, I'll admit, but mine are harder, and that's what counts.
One more chance, Dobie, and then I'm walking. This time it's forever.
Okay. Quiet, Maynard.
Now, next we take up post hoc.
Post hoc. No beat.
Here is an example. Let's not take Bill on our picnic. Every time we take him, it rains.
Say,
And
you
then-
know, I knew a guy just like that. Walter Funk. Remember him, Maynard?
Sure, little fat guy with glasses.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Remember, every time we took him on a picnic or to a ball game or like that, it rained buckets.
Yeah, I wonder whatever happened to him.
Probably drowned in a rainstorm.
Oh, don't you see? The argument is a fallacy. It would have rained whether Walter Funky was there or not. He didn't cause it, don't you see? And for your further information, you've just blown your last chance with me. I'm through with you. This is the end.
Careful when you take it off. You'll break the chain. Yep. Yep, she broke the chain.
Tough good, buddy.
Maynard, how am I ever going to get Thalia?
You ain't, so why don't you take the other?
Whitney? She's a kook.
Yeah, but she's an available kook.
True.
When a guy needs chicks the way you need chicks, you better grab what's available.
You could be right.
Believe me, Dobe, that ain't no fallacy.
Maynard, you are right. I'm going to do it.
Good luck, good buddy.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'll dig you like later.
Where are you going?
Pick up some more tinfoil.
Hi, Whitney.
Hello, fellow.
Whitney, I don't mean to pry, but have you found the steady guy yet?
No, and the sands of time are running out. I grow more insecure by the hour. Do you have anyone in mind?
Me.
Splendid. We'll start tonight.
Uh-huh.
I'll get the convertible from Daddy or the
Oh,
town
yeah.
car if the weather isn't fine.
That would be nice.
Just a minute. Just a darn minute.
Yes.
He's mine and butt out.
But Thalia, last night you
That
said...
was last night. This is today.
You mean you want me back?
Of course.
I'm confused.
It's simple, Dobe. She only wants you and somebody else wants you.
No, Thalia. This time I'm not coming back.
Oh, don't be silly. You love me. Look at these teeth in this face and this body.
You can't knock it, Dobe.
That's a fact.
Yes, she does have a certain folksy charm, while I, on the other hand,
You,
am
on the
rich.
other hand, shut up. Dobie, darling, come back.
Thalia, I am a man with feelings. I'm not a yo-yo to be sent away and pulled back whenever the mood strikes you. Now, if I come back this time, you've got to promise me it's for always.
All right, Dobie, I promise. Unless, of course, I get tired of you.
Oh, well, that's different.
Yes.
Steady?
Steadies?
Yeah, uh-huh.
All right.
Yes. Oh, here's my high Y pin. The chain's broken and the catch is broken. You'll have to figure out some way to keep it on.
I'll figure it out, Dobie.
Yes, my darling. Yes, my great tawny animal.
Gad, what you're doing to my security.
You're not helping mine much either. And now, if you young lovers can succeed in disengaging yourselves temporarily, I'd like to start the class. Open your books to page 281. Does anyone here happen to know how I got into teaching? No? Well, if you find out, tell me, will you?
All right, Herbert, here he comes now. You're on your own.
Winnie, I am not...
You better.
Are you threatening me?
You bet. And I'll be waiting upstairs.
Ah, come on in here, boy. Am I glad to see you?
You are?
Yeah, come on, boy. Let's you and I have a heart-to-heart talk and get to understand each other better.
Dad, I've got a date.
Break it.
With Thalia.
Break it.
You're kidding, of course.
I said break it. Your mother wants us to have a heart-to-heart talk and get to understand each other better, and by George, that is what we are going to do.
Dad, listen to me. What do we want to understand each other for? Well, we've got such a solid relationship now. Good, clean, honest hostility. I mean, we know where we stand. Why louse it up?
You know something? You're right, boy.
Sure, Dad. See you later.
See you later, too.
Oh, Dad, I don't suppose you'd let me have some money, would you?
That's my Dobie who said that.
You mean you will?
I mean, get out of here before I kill you.
Good old Dad. Hi, Mom.
Hi, dear.
Boy, don't make me tell you no again. It's a... we understand each other, Winnie. We understand each other.
Yeah, I had a date with Thalia, all right. If you can call it a date.
No, Dobie. Now, I'll try once more. And please, please try to concentrate.
Okay.
Okay, now, the fallacy is called false analogy. An analogy is a comparison between things. Got it?
Got it.
Okay, false analogy.
Oh, hi, Whitney.
Bonjour, fellow. Bonjour, fellow. Here, sirs.
Yes. Never mind Theodore Barrow. Pay attention to the logic.
Yes, Thalia.
Now, false analogy. Here's an example. Students should be allowed to look at their textbooks during an exam. After all, surgeons have x-rays to guide them during an operation. Lawyers have briefs to guide them during a trial. Carpenters have blueprints to guide them when they build a house. So why shouldn't students be allowed to look at their books during an examination?
Right. Best idea I've heard in years.
Don't you have a fallacy? Now, what's wrong with it? Think.
Sure, it's a fallacy. Doctors, lawyers, carpenters, they're not taking tests to find out if they learned anything, but students are. So how can you make a comparison?
Oh, right.
Oh,
100% right.
Yeah.
Oh, you can think. You're not altogether dumb.
Yeah.
Now, wasn't it worth all that work and study?
Yeah, I guess so.
No, I know so, because now one thing is obvious to me. You have got a brain.
Ah, dicto simpliciter.
What?
You just made a dicto simpliciter. How can you say flatly that I've got a brain? You've got to qualify it. Say I might have a brain, or it's possible I have a brain, but you haven't got enough evidence to make a generalization.
Oh, I've got enough evidence. You don't have to eat a whole cake to know it's good.
Ah, false analogy. I'm not a cake, I'm a fella.
Well, my goodness, you have learned your logic. I'm proud of you. Well, right before my beautiful eyes, I've seen a lump of clay turn into a thinking machine.
Yeah, I'm kind of proud of myself. And I am grateful to you, Thalia. Really, I am. For teaching me how to think.
Oh, forget it. Well, what should we do now?
Well, I don't know about you, Thalia, but now that I've learned to think, the first thing I'm going to do is dump you.
What?
Yeah, I'm leaving you. I'm thinking at last, thanks to you. And I'm thinking I got no future with you.
Oh, but you love me.
True. I love you, and you love money. So maybe you stick with me a few months, maybe even a couple of years. But finally a guy with money comes along and takes a look at those beautiful eyes and those teeth and that head and that body, and it's goodbye, Dobie. So let me say it first. Goodbye, Thalia.
Dobie!
You can keep the high Y pin. Bye, Thalia. Whitney, my dear.
Yes, fellow.
Whitney, I've recently learned to think.
How nice for you.
Thank you. And I made up my mind to accept your offer. I'll go steady with you.
The boat has sailed.
Boat? What do you mean?
I have been watching you, fellow. I've been watching that Thalia person teaching you how to think. And I knew it was only a matter of time until she succeeded totally. And, fellow, I don't want a boy who can think.
Why not?
Because a boy who can think is a boy who can plot, and a boy who can plot is a boy who can scheme. And how can I have a boy like that for my security?
I see. Listen, Whitney, I don't think all that good, honest.
Too late. I have selected another.
Who?
Like hi.
Maynard!
Come sit by me, fellow.
Maynard, my best friend. How could you do this to me?
What?
Oh, Maynard.
But you're with Thalia, aren't you? I mean, weren't you?
No, it's
I mean, I
all
wouldn't
right,
give you a
Maynard.
fanciful
It's
doll.
all right.
Here, you take her if you want her.
All right, sit down, Maynard. You keep her. I wish you a long life and happiness, both of you. Me, I'll get along somehow.
What's with him?
He's learned to think.
Poor devil.
Maynard, promise me something. Promise me you'll never learn how to think.
Oh, not a chance. Not a chance.
Loneliness isn't too bad once you get used to it.
You don't need to be lonely anymore, good buddy. I'm back with you.
What about Whitney?
Moved to Cleveland. Her father's like building a bridge. Yeah, I wonder what they do with the bridge in Cleveland.
Gee, I'm sorry, Maynard.
Oh, I don't mind. Because it's you and me again, good buddy. Just you and me. And that's the way it'll always be.
I'm afraid so, Maynard. No offense, but I'm afraid so.
Once a gal is dreamy, Dobie. Once a gal is creamy, Dobie. Once a gal to call his own. Is she blonde? Is she tall? Is she dark? Is she small? Is she any kind of dream or at all? No matter, he's hers and hers.